Good evening, Brigade. Insync in here, and we're back for yet some more Steins Gate, my darlings and Brees. We just finished Ferris's route, so we're going to start a new one. A new one. Hopefully, okay, that should be okay. I hope that I can load it from this, yeah? I think this should be like the start point. Okay, so I think this is the first time they prompt you to start off. We're gonna do, whose route are we gonna do? Suzuha's. We have to ignore it 3 times. So do this. Can we skip all this? Alright. So this is the first time we're skipping. Okay, first interruption. Alright. Second time, so we won't send it on this one. I think this one gets to Luca's route. He doubts himself here. Hold on, let me double check. Fugue of Ruin. After ignoring the prompts to do so 3 times. Ignore the prompts to send 1 time. Okay, so this is the 3rd ignore. So we have to ignore this. Speedrunning on the girls. Here we go. This one, we have to reconsider D-mail experiment. Send it. So this should get us into Suzuha's route. This is the recommended route order, by the way, I guess, in terms of like storyline. So that's why we're doing it this way. I'm just following like a Steam guide. My reading Steiner activated. This feeling doesn't lie. A cocktail of dizziness and blurring sight. Everything loses its color and form, finally giving way to emptiness, until things slowly regain their presence. Fahrenheit chiaroscuro? I can't say that word. Okay, well, it's a different route. I'll find out this is Suzuha's. I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. Once I managed to shake off the after effects of my reading Steiner, I looked around the lab. It's really quiet in here, as if the chaos that had overtaken us was all a bad dream. Mayuri is at a table, staring at a textbook with a look of concentration. Beside her, Lukako, who hadn't been in the lab before, is flipping through a dictionary with an equally focused look. Daru is watching Nico Neo live on his computer with headphones on. I hear a clatter of a keyboard from the development room. It's probably Krisu, conducting an experiment or something. I look at my right arm, and it is mercifully free of future gadget number 12, Kurisu and my constant tormentor. Looks like we sent the D-mail without a hitch. She sounds so much louder. I kept her voice high, but Lukako seems to actually sometimes go up pretty high. And unfortunately Mayuri is always super quiet. It's like all for Mayuri. Morika seems to be okay. She speaks really slow. Look at the adjustments I have to do to their voices. It's crazy, I think. Let's enjoy some of this lab music. And also, hello, Lou. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you. How are you? And to anyone else who's lurking, hope you enjoy your lurk. Mayuri gave me a questioning look. I didn't want to talk about what had led us to send the email, so I tried to divert her suspicions. Wait. Oh, okay.
Ah, いや、そうじゃなくて、どういう宿題なのかと思ってな。
Didn't Lukako say that he was done with his homework already? I suppose that must have changed as well.
今は英文法のドリルをやっているんですけど。も
う何がなんだかさっぱりです。
Mayuri's pencil seems to droop in her hand as she sighed. Lukako's voice still seems really loud. Whereas Mayuri's just like, Meh. Wait, no, go back. Lukako. Mayuri's voice so low. It's like I feel like I had to lower everybody's voice so I can hear her. Vera's is so loud. I had to like turn her down so much. She's that freaking loud. Suzuha has pretty loud voice too. These guys don't usually come up. Other male, other female. It's okay, Inky. I'm the same usual. Well, I mean, maintaining this status quo, right? Oh, juicy karaage #1. I want this juicy chicken, wait, juicy karaage #1. I wish there was a real product like this. We removed the door for an experiment, so we can't use it as a regular microwave. Mayuri stood up and looked into the development room like she was confused. Hold on. Am I wrong in thinking that if you take off the door on the microwave, wouldn't like the microwaves like kind of bounce outside? And isn't that kind of like dangerous? I don't know. Just, I don't know, right? But just as she did, Kurisu emerged. She must have overheard us. Yeah, karaage. I like me some karaage. Chinese pork bun? Manjus are good too. It won't trap any heat too, I believe. Yeah, well, like, and they're like microwaves, right? So when they like start up and when it like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know entirely how a microwave works entirely. I'm just under the impression that like it sends out waves and then that goes into the food and heats it up, you know? But like, wouldn't it be dangerous if like those waves are like bouncing out of the microwave? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. It must be okay. They took the door off. Where's Orca to demonstrate? I don't know. What's up, Dak? What's up, Dak? What's up, Dak? How you doing, Taco? Chinese pork buns are really good, by the way. I hurried to the development room. Wah. The phone wave name subject to change was as fully intact as the day we first transformed it from a regular white microwave into the phone wave name subject to change. In short, it's in its original condition. The door is still on, and it can still microwave things. I turn it on just to be sure. I take the coffee that Kurisu left on the table, place it in the phone wave, name subject to change, and press start. The turntable rotated normally, and the coffee in the cup was warmed up. I see reconsider DML experiment indeed. It looks like I stopped modifying the phone wave, name subject to change after receiving my own message. When I returned from the development room, Kurisu was sitting in front of the table and helping Mayuri and Lukako with their homework. She's supposed to be American. I guess they were working on English, but like, I rarely ever get to see her like demonstrate her English. Most of the time when she like speaks English, it's always like very English.
そっか。
なるほど。そういうことだったんですね。
他にわからないところは？
こっちの英訳がね、どうしたらいいのかなって。
これはね。
Kurisu deftly solves the difficulty main problem. I was struck with admiration for a second, but quickly shook it off. It's only natural for her to be good at English. She's from the States.
マユリ、そしてルーカー公よ。これからはわからないことがあったらこの法王院京馬に尋ねるがいい。宿題などいくらでも教えてやろう。
さっき聞いたけど、
Anyone know why the kitten licked my
自分で
nose?
考えろ
Like
って
your
言うんだ
cat? Your
ろ
kitten? Or are you talking about me? Because that never happened. You might have wished that it happened, but it's never happened, okay?
何？
Wait, what did it say? We said, think for yourself. I looked at Lukako. He gave me a slightly concerned nod.
それって答えがわからなかっただけじゃないの？
No, no, no. Okay, I turned up the music, but we should turn it down. This particular soundtrack's a little on the louder side.
無礼なことを言うな。
You're kidding. Okay, you're kidding. I don't know. I guess she thought your nose was dirty. She thought your nose was dirty. Contrary to the belief that people think that cats lick because they're being affectionate, like they're licking, like if say they lick your face or whatever, if they think like, or people think that cats are being affectionate, no, that's not. Cats are just they lick to clean, so they might have either wanted to clean you, which is I guess kind of a show of love if they want to groom you. When they want to groom you, it shows like you are part of their tribe, their pack, so they're taking care of you. I don't know. Or maybe you had something on your nose, okay? Maybe you had something on your nose and it's tasty as fuck, so. I imagine our skin probably tastes like kind of salty to them or something. Maybe? Always licking your nose and just sits there and keeps going. So are you saying your kitten would just keep licking it if you would let them? That must hurt. Because like their tongues are rough. The tongues are rough, man. That does sound like something I'd say though. No, it can't be.
まあ、
They
英語に
would
関しては
see you.
クリスティーナに一任しよう。
Maybe,
なんと
maybe.
いってもネイティブだからな。
Your cat might be possibly bored, so they're just grooming you for the heck of it, for something to do. You can try playing with your kitten, like see if you can, like, do you find it bothers you when they're licking your nose? Not like forever. You can try if it's like a problem, like you don't like them doing that, then you can try and redirect your kitten by playing with them, like getting one of their toys they like a lot, and see if they'll play.
だが、
Kittens
数学
need a
や
lot
物
of
理は
play.
このハワインキャーマが。
数学や物理もマキセ氏に教わった方がいいんじゃね？
She's also smart. Dado interrupted me while he was getting something to drink out of the fridge.
サイエンス誌に論文が掲載されちゃうような天才と、た
I
だの中二
will
病大学
probably
生じゃ
play
勝負になら
Steins
ないっ
Gate
しょ、
Zero.
ジョーコ。
Or I might take a break from the Steins Gate series for a bit, for like one game maybe, and play. I bought a game called 13 Sentinels. That one is sort of supposed to be like a visual novel as well, or like an action-oriented visual novel. Looks cool, so I might play that. I just got that. That's for the PS4. Puppy recommended it to me, and when I saw like a bit of a trailer, it looked really cool, so I picked it up. So I might play that.
この裏切り者め。
Lol.
多くは
Unless you guys have suggestions. Yes, I know. Bloodborne is still on my mind. It's just it's a toughie fight, man. It's a toughie fight, man. Hey, it's like Neo. I took like a month break from that frog fight. Like, I think after I did the frog fight, I took like 1 month off or something more from it before I went back to it. I'll go back to it. I definitely want to go back to Bloodborne and finish it off because we haven't finished the ending. What does it mean when a cat licks you on the nose? With licking, they're transferring their scents onto each other. When your cat licks you, he or she is transferring his or her smell on you. And we can say that licking your nose is just another way your cat is trying to bond with you. Oh, okay, well there you go. Yes, so if it anything that your cat does where they're touching you, rubbing you with their face, like especially with like their cheeks, because that's where a lot of like their pheromones are found, in their cheeks. It's why you see your cat rubbing up with their face against your stuff. They're marking your stuff with their scent. It's like a smell good scent, so it makes them feel good to smell themselves on your stuff. Can I have 10k points if you never go back to it? I can't award points like that. The Twitch has never implemented any way to generate points. I guess I can give you something for free, but I don't know. How do we decide when never is, you know? How do we decide when never is? Yeah, 13 Sentinels, Ages Rise or something is the title of the game. Is the title of the game. Maybe I'll go back to Bloodborne after I finish this. How about that? How about that? Okay, I promise to go back to Bloodborne after I finish Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. There you go. Because yeah, I know I've been sort of focusing on trying to finish this. I don't really like to jump around too much between games because then it's like I don't remember what I'm doing in them, especially like VNs. But yeah. No, that's true about the cat licking you. Anyway, the cat is touching you or licking you or rubbing up against you, it's them marking you with their own scent. And as they mark stuff or people with their own scent, it makes them feel more comfortable, and it's like they're claiming territory as well. So he's kind of claiming you as well. Dado sat in front of the computer again and resumed watching Nia live. Between that and Kurisu working with Lukako and Mayuri on their homework, I felt like a third wheel. I slunk off to the development room. I suppose I'll work on developing some future gadgets. That's what I should have been doing in the first place anyway. When I look at the shelf where our gadgets are stored, I noticed a piece of paper affixed to the wall. I'd overlooked it while I was focusing on the phone name subject to change, but it appears to have my writing on it. It says, "We're postponing our experiments on the phone wave. However, you may use it as a regular microwave." I've been claimed, pretty much. Your cat now owns you. I must have made this decision predicting the potential dangers of D-mail. Below my note was charmingly crude drawing by Mayuri with the message, "Try to limit your uses to 5 a day. Be sure to save energy." 5 times the microwave? That's kind of a lot per person. Wait, what did he say? Okay. Mumbling to myself, I grabbed a notebook to sketch out some ideas. Oop. I see an open envelope in between the pages of a notebook. It says, "Payment due, and please use our convenient payment system." Yeah. I mean, do you have any suggestions, sincerely, about what game you want to see played here? I took the bill out of the envelope and looked at it. What is this? A strange sound gurgled out of me. As you might have imagined, the bill was obscene.
Nani? 今いいとこなんだけど。
緊急事態だ。ちょっと来てくれ。
だが断る。
冗談事じゃないんだぞ。いいから来い。
なんだよもう。何どったの？
Sorry, these chips are really
お前は知っ
crunchy.
てるのか。
I showed the build to Daru, but he was unperturbed.
うん。この前みんなで大騒ぎしたじゃん。
そうか。
800 and I can get song. Ooh.
先月の電気
That's
代だな。
probably one stream's
なん
worth.
でこんなに？
電話レンジカッコ仮のせいだって言わなかった？
The bill for the lecture you used last month?
その前の月と比べてそうとしか考えられない。
Wow. The dates would line up. I did concept and create the phone wave last month. And I've been doing non-stop experiments on it ever since.
レンジってさ、ただでさえ消費電力が大きいのに、あんなに使ったらこうもなるわな。
I didn't know that they used up a lot of electricity.
だからその原因を僕とマキセ氏が調べてるんじゃないか。それがわかるまで実験凍結って言ったのはオカリンだろ。
I see. Now I know what the note on the wall in Mayuri's drawing meant. If I got a part-time job, I could make the money to pay it off, but it's still a ridiculous amount of money.
あ、そうだ。おい、マユリ。
How long does it have to be? I have 30k points. What, the song? I've limited the songs to 5 minutes. This was because people started like trying to give me like 10-minute songs or longer, and I was like, no, it's too long. It's too much. I remember that she said one of her customers was interested in buying our gadgets. That might bring in some extra money.
呼んだオカリン。
あの人の話はどうなった？ほら、未来ガジェットを買ってくれるっていう。
誰のこと？
Uh-oh, it never happened.
だから、メイクインのお客が未来ガジェットを買ってくれるんだろ。
Oh, the game? It can be.
知らないよ。
What's because he's shaking her. Oh, what do you mean by like how long does it have to be? Like how long it would take to beat the game? It doesn't matter to me how long it takes to beat a game. You know that I'll generally play any game that's any length. I don't look up stuff like that though. So it doesn't matter to me. I wildly shake Mayuri by the shoulders, but she didn't seem to have any recollection of the man. Anguished, I looked up towards the heavens, but all I could see was a dirty ceiling.
おのれ、これもまたシュタインズゲートの選択か。エルプサイカンカラー。
As I murmured to myself, Daru and Mayuri exchanged glances. Behind them, Kurisu and Luka were also looking at each other. But if JRPG would be like 200 hours.
さっきから使えんアイデアばかりだ。もっといい発想はできないのか？
This is true. I don't know. I kind of want to play a game like Persona, like those like Persona 4 and 5, and aren't those supposed to be like pretty long? So, and The Witcher 3 as well. Jesus, I still never finished that game. I looked into each of my now assembled lab mem's eyes in turn, scolding them.
だったらまずあんたがアイデア出しなさいよ。
文句だけなら小学生でも言えるっつーの。
異議なーし。
The lab mem started scolding me instead.
落ち着いてください、京馬さん。
バナナ食べる？
よこせ。
Persona 4 is okay. In terms of like hours? Because I've been told like it can take like 100 hours to like play through. And that's not even like perfectionist. I peeled a banana and started munching on it. I just set up a listing online for number 9, Homing Diva, number 10, Surprise Specs, and number 11, One Scoot Prevails. It's still more directed to teens, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, most games are kind of directed to like teens, aren't they? But there's no sign they're going to sell.
ねえ、京馬。フェリスの考えた12号機はどうしてダメなのかにゃ？
Ferris design number 12?
あれはちょっと危険だと判断した。
Oh, the lovers one.
そうかしら。おもちゃレベルで作れば案外売れると思うんだけどな。少なくともこれまでのアイディアの中では一番面白いと思う。
お前はマゾッコか。何にも知らないからって自滅するようなこと言うな。
I remember the pain of those decidedly not toy spec electric shocks and I shivered.
は？何言ってるの？
I don't know why she made it so dangerous, like with the electric shocks.
とにかくあれは却下。他のアイデアを出すのだ。
Mayuri raised her hand. I think it's around 120, but then you replay it since you have different stats to trigger different dialogue options. Oh, wow. See, I don't know if I would do that. Like, I don't know if I would go into to a game like Persona and try and like do all the different dialogue options, unless I found the game like super duper fun, like super duper 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 fun, and like couldn't help but like go and play it and find all the different dialogue options, because like it will still feel kind of like repetitive while you're trying to seek out all the different dialogue options, right? The in-betweens. Same with Persona 5, but it's 100, but I have like 400 since I played it 3.5 times for the platinum. Jesus. That's a lot of like... See, I have so many games and I'd rather just like play a different game than like try and like platinum stuff, you know what I mean? I don't mind like 100%ing a game if it's easy to get the 100%, but if it requires me to like replay it over and over and over, I'm less inclined to. Depends on my interest in the game, and there are very few games that I want to replay that badly.
何かあるのか?
Mayuri rarely takes initiative on future gadget ideas, so this is impressive.
ね、マユシーを2人にする装置が欲しいです。
You can do it in one playthrough, but it's not as fun following a walkthrough while playing. Oh, okay. See, I for something like that, then I'd probably like play through blind, or like, you know, don't look at a walkthrough. And then for the second playthrough, maybe go for a walkthrough to try and hit up all the achievements. I just enjoy Persona 5 a lot, and Persona 5 playthroughs can be really different. Okay. Yeah, I heard 4 is good, and 5 is really good, so I wanted to try and maybe play 4 first before I played 5. Plus 5 is not on Steam yet, for whatever weird-ass reason. Strike is on 5, or Persona 5 Strikers is on Steam. I don't understand that, but they don't have Persona 5 on there. Anyways.
Huh?
Everyone looked at Mayuri in surprise.
どういうこと？まゆりちゃん？
マユシーが2人いたらいいなって。クローンってこと？昨日映画でやってたんだ。装置に入ってビビビビって光ると、もう一人マユシーが出てくるの。
それはクローンとはちょっと違うな。でもなんでそんなものが欲しいんだ?
People were saying 5 is coming to Epic. I'm probably more inclined to wait till it comes out on Steam. So if it's coming out to Epic, eventually it'll make its way to Steam, right? Eventually. Not that I don't mind Epic, but I'd rather just pick it up on Steam. Mayuri really thought about this, wearing a rare look of intense focus. But her answer was pure Mayuri.
マユシーが2人いれば、宿題が半分の時間で終わるかなって。
Lol.
なんだ。
マユシーにとっては大事なことだよ。
まあどんな理由にしろちょっと無理な話ね。人間のクローンは認められていないし。
It's illegal. They're kind of talking quietly.
コピーロボットでもいいんだけどな。ほら、漫画であるでしょ。ああ、ピッて鼻を押すやつかにゃ。 そう。
それもちょっと無理かな。あったら面白そうだけどね。
どっちにしろだ。前よりそっくりのロボットが作れたとしても宿題をやる速度は2倍にはならんぞ。宿題がわからんというやつが2倍になるだけだ。
This homework's too hard. So I imagine Mighty and Robo Mighty saying, I get it, in unison.
そうか。
Who knows? The KH games are Epic only. There's a lot of GOG exclusives. Journey is still Epic only. Have you played Journey? I actually own that on the PS3. I have that game on the PS3, so I mean I could just play it on my PS3 if I really wanted to. I'm not like hurting to play it. It's funny, I own it, but I've never actually played through it. I played a little bit and then I never actually finished it. Even though I don't think it's supposed to be a very long game. She sounded kind of sad. Poor Mayuri. And her dreams of Robo Mayuri never to come true. We didn't come up with any good ideas. We agreed to sleep on it and regroup later. Then we called our roundtable discussion to an end. We have mail! CRT shop now! Teehee. Excuse me? I don't know how many times I've looked at the bill on the table and groaned since last night. Or how do I turn out there? What kind of wallpapers do we have? Burning ghetto. Why is his crotch on fire? Cow ghetto. Seda. Fez. Aaron 2. Wait, didn't we get Aaron 2 first? Oh, we only have Moeka and Ferris. This is such a normal picture of Ferris. Hi, Katan. DM'd you a question. Just no rush to look at it. Okay, thank you, Ami. I will take a look at it. My cat almost blocked you. Wait, was your cat swatting at your screen and they almost like reported sincerely for being, I don't know, too catty? Huh. Confirm. No, we'll leave it at this is the best. This is the best of them all. This is the best wallpaper of them all. Like, I can't. No. How could we have used so much electricity? Should I just bite the bullet and get a part-time job? I was snapped out of my musings by the sound of someone running up the stairs. Footsteps this heavy have to be Daru's.
Okarin, 一緒に来てくれ。
どうした？まさか機関のアジトをついに突き止めたのか。さすがは俺の右腕だ。早速ミリタリー・オブ・ザ・セイント・アークを招集して。
今は中二病設定で遊んでる場合じゃないのだぜ。急がないと他のやつにさらわれる。
さらわれる？誰が？
エアコンだよ、エアコン。そこの路地に不法投棄されてるのを見つけたんだ。業務用のでかいやつだから一人じゃ運べない。
Didn't they have problems with their electricity bill and now he's gonna get an air conditioner? I was about to get up from the couch but changed my mind and plopped back down.
オカリン？
ダルよ。貴様、我がラボの財政危機をどう思っているのだ？
捨ててあるんだからただじゃん。
物がただでも使うには電気代がかかるだろ。しかもそれとも何か？使いもしないエアコンを飾っておけと？壁色の神々に捧げられたサモトラ家のニケ像のように。
ニケよサモトラス？Kabieri? I've never heard of these. Oh wow. Okay. Nikkei o Samothras. Or Nike? Nikkei. He said Nikkei. The torso portion of the winged victory of Samothras, a marble Hellenistic sculpture of Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, that was discovered in 1863. While researchers attempted to restore the statue from the excavated remains, its head and left arm remain MIA. The mostly commonly agreed upon theory is that sometime around 200 BC, the people of Rhodes built this sculpture to celebrate their victory at sea. You can't scroll? Okay. Cavieri. A group of enigmatic chthonic deities in Greek mythology. They were worshipped across Greece, but especially in Samothrace. There's all these Rainet Kakeru episodes. I am not reading these. This is too much. This is like a summary of all the episodes. Or 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. When did these pop up in the story? I don't remember. These are such long summaries. Okay. They're done.
Actually,
I should save. I have not saved in this game for a long while. There we go.
その通りだ。
Yes, Emi. She will give you her approval to marry me. Okay. Yes. I will give you a way to Taco.
So か、仕方ないな。
Sorry, I'm reading your message, Emmy. I don't really know. I have no idea because I never use these things in the US, so I couldn't rightfully say.
理解してくれたか、我が右腕よ。
うん。要するに、女性陣を汗だくにして、その香りでハーハーしたいということですね。わかります。
はは。By their scent, the lab sweat. Wow.
貴様と一緒にするな。
Oh my god.
てってるー。オカリンダルくん、おはよう。
I mean, if they're moving, wouldn't they just like change over to a bank there? It just seems easier to just open up a new account. Just get him to open up an account that doesn't have much requirements or is international friendly. Seems like the easiest way to do that. It's bordered on sexual harassment.
気のせいだ。それより二人で一緒に来るとは珍しいな。
Yeah, I'd imagine most banks would probably charge for stuff like that. They're gonna want to charge for any international stuffs, transactions and whatnots.
今そこであったんだよ。
So basically, no, I don't know of any bank that would that have no fees like that. Mayuri says while wiping the sweat off of her face. Hey, she's wearing her schoolgirl outfit. You rarely ever see her wear this outfit.
ほうほう。まゆし、今日は制服なんだね。
学校で補習授業があったんだ。その帰りなのです。
補習がない日もぜひ制服コスで来てください。
When you don't
ま
have
ゆし
school.
のはコスじゃないよ。
Mayuri laughed and walked into the development room.
まゆし、お昼ご飯まだなんだ。みんなもジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン食べる？
ありがとう。でもブランチ食べてきちゃったから。
俺も食べてしまった。
僕はもちろんいただきます。
じゃあ2人分温めるね。
まゆり、宿題は終わったのか？
Quis looks depressed, really? I don't know. She just looks like a tsundere.
他の科目はまだ残ってるけど
Tsundere. Mayuri returns from the development room and sits next to me.
でも今日はちょっと未来ガジェットの開発をしようと思います
Her own future gadget.
未来ガジェット
Mayuri took sewing materials and a tiny set of clothes out of her tote bag. The clothes look like they might fit a stuffed doll.
何それ？
お洋服だよクリスちゃん
それはわかるけど、どうしてそれが未来ガジェットなのかなって。
ロボマユシーに着せるんだ
She's gonna make a robo
ロマ
Mayushi.
ユシ
We all exchanged glances.
なんだそれは。
これ
Mayuri reached into her tote bag and withdrew what seemed to regard as a precious object. Wait, what she seemed to regard as a precious object, okay. Oh my god, she made a doll. It was a doll. A girl standing about 30 centimeters tall.
リサイクルショップで見つけたんだすごいんだよこれ背中のボタンを押すとね
Lol, she recorded herself. Aww.
自分の声が録音再生できる
It's a pretty low form of robot.
中に IC レコーダーが入ってて、ランダムに再生されるのね。
Lol.
のそうなんだよこれにマユシーと同じお洋服を着せれば未来ガジェットロボマユシーの完成
Robo Mayushi.
マユリってば、まだコピーロボットのアイデアを諦めてなかったのね。
いや待つのだマユリ。それはただおもちゃを着せ替えただけだろ。未来ガジェットとは違うぞ。我が研究所ではそれを未来ガジェットとして公認することはできんな。
そっか
Mayuri clearly has something on her mind, but instead she smiled and said,
それじゃあオカリンにプレゼントするよ
Aw.
は
綺麗にできたらオカリンにあげます
何を言っている。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院京馬にそんなファンシーなものは不要だ。
Fancy
そんな
trifles.
こと言わないでもらってほしいな
Mayuri smiled and started sewing. When I took a closer look at the clothes in her hand, I realized it was the same outfit she often wears.
もらってあげなさいよ、岡部。毎晩抱っこして寝たらいいんじゃない？
That's
貴様
cool.
女子の分際でこの法院京馬を愚弄するか。
抱っこされるのは恥ずかしいな
だからそんなことはしないというのに。
マユシマユシそこはもう少し恥じらいのニュアンスが欲しいでござる。特に抱っこのところをためらいがちに。それによって本当は抱っこしてほしい乙女心がうは燃える。
変態は黙っていろ。
できたよジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン
Mayuri stopped sewing and hopped into the development room. I looked at the voice recording doll and its not yet tailored clothes sitting on the couch. I don't know what to make of all this. Does Mayuri really want me to have this? I'd feel bad leaving it here at the lab, but I can't imagine what my parents would think of me if I brought it home. I mean, you could just tell your parents it was a gift from a girl. While I was mulling my options over, Mayuri returned with a fried chicken on 2 plates. She handed Daru one and sat back down on the couch. After enjoying her tasty-looking chicken, she clapped her hands.
そうだ大事なことを忘れるところだったよ
She reached once more into her tote bag and took out an envelope.
じゃーん
ん？なんだそれは。
へへへなんと西武公園遊園地のプール入場券しかも5枚セット
Ooh. A large amusement park located in the suburbs of Tokyo in Sayama Hills. Currently celebrating its 60th anniversary, it takes about an hour to get there by train from Ikebukuro Station. Zeibuen Amusement Park.
商店街の福引き
Wait, I
で
interrupted him?
見事に当てました。
プール
There. Mayuri raised her fist in victory. A lottery? I guess they do have little events like that in the local shopping district.
ということで誰か一緒に行かないかな。オカリンはどう？
ラボの状況を考えろ。俺は遊んでいる場合ではないのだ。
そうなの？
それにな、有害な真夏の紫外線に長時間素肌を晒すなど言語道断。完全なる自殺行為だ。法王隠居まともあろう者がそのような愚行を犯すわけがないだろう。
What a nerd. This is me too.
日焼け止めを塗ればいいだけじゃない？
知らんのか。ああいうクリームにはな、紫外線を防ぐために酸化チタンなどの金属が使われてい
Titanium
るのだ。
dioxide.
肌にいいわけがない。それに遊園地のプールはほとんどの場合、日
Why?
焼け止めを塗っての
Really?
遊泳は禁止だ。
That sounds
だったら
stupid.
ラッシュガードを着れば？
あんな熱いもの。
Rash guard. What's a rash guard? A type of clothing that protects against ultraviolet rays. It's as it's made from the same materials as a bathing suit. It can be worn when swimming. It was originally designed for water sports, but recently it's becoming popular at beaches and pools thanks to its ability to prevent sunburn. Interesting.
炎天下で着ていられるか。
はは
なんだ？
要するに泳げないから行きたくないってことですね。わかります。
違うわ。とにかく行かないと言ったらいかんぞ、マユリ。
He sounds very overprotective
そっか、
or guarded.
残念だな。あ、ねえ、クリスちゃんは？
私は OK よ。というかぜひ行きたい。運動は苦手なんだけどね。泳ぐのだけは大好きなのよ。
やったー。
Yatta.
マユシとマキセシが行くんなら僕も参加決定。
何？
もちろん2人の水着姿の撮影は OK なんですよね。
Wow.
なわけないでしょ。絶対に NG。
代わりに僕のも撮っていいから。
ノーサンキューです。
僕のぽよぽよお腹はなかなか可愛いと思うんだけどな。
ノーサンキューです。
これで3人は決まりだから、あと2人か。ペリスちゃんとルカ君とスズさんと萌香さんも誘って。あ、でもチケットが足りないや。
足りない女の子の分は僕が出すよ。特にフェイリスタンにはぜひ来てほしいよ。
それじゃあみんなにメールしてみるね。
うほう、リア充来たこれ。爆発しろって言われるかもな。
Daughter's so elated. It looks like he's about to run out and buy a beach ball and pool toys. He's even looking at the amusement park's website with Kurisu and Mayuri. Though you wouldn't think he'd want to do anything outside by looking at him. How dare he betray me?
どうしたの岡部？え？もしかして行く気になった？
ねえねえ、行こうよオカリン。オカリンがいた方がマユシーは楽しいよ。
いや、
マユリも変わ
Is
っ
he
てる
going
し。
back on his word?
なんだったら泳ぎ教えてあげようか。
Wait, what did she say? Aw, Mayushi wants Okarin to go.
だから俺は泳げるというのに。
Lol.
ほう。それじゃあ私と競争しますか？
望むところだ。
オカリン、それは無謀でないの？
なんでだ？
僕の知る限りオカリンは犬かき10メートルがやっとだったような気がするんだけど。
That doesn't seem very far.
どんな挑戦でも受けねばならない。それがこの法王院教魔の宿命なのだ。
ま、別にいいけどさ。
じゃあ決まりね。岡部も参加っと。
へへへ、嬉しい。
Mayuri smiled gently.
水着買いに行くから付き合ってくれないまより。私アメリカから持ってきてないんだ。
いいよ。ちょうど新しいの買おうと思ってたし。
あ、僕も行くよ。
あんたは来るな。
なんで？
変態お断り。
変態じゃない。変態紳士だ。
同じだ。ねえまゆり、秋葉の近くってそういうお店あるのかしら。渋谷とか出なきゃダメ？
いつも池袋のパルコやルミネでお買い物しちゃうから、フェリスちゃんを誘うついでに聞いてみようかな。オカリ、ダルくん、それじゃあちょっと行ってくるね。
おお。
Mayuri finished her fried chicken, then left with Kurisu. A pool. The high school I went to didn't have a pool, so there was no swimming class. I didn't have a pool either at my high school. Part-time warrior. Whoops, did I use it wrong? I thought everyone was emailing like that nowadays. CRT shop now. Okay. I can't even respond to it. I don't think I've been in the water since my second year trip to the sea, and Dado and I stayed in the shallows the whole time. But maybe I'll actually stand a chance against her. She's a science girl, so she doesn't work out either. There's no way she can swim much better than me, right? Which means I still have a chance, but she just said she enjoys swimming. You
オカリン
doofus.
はどっちだと思う？
What a doofus.
何が？
マキセ氏とマユ氏の水着、ビキニ、ワンピース？
マユリはビキニは着ないんじゃないか？って何を言わせる！
I glared at Daru. He merely smiled and said, "You've got a dirty mind, Okarin." From the moment I woke, the sky was blue and clear. The sky shone bright in the sky. It's only morning, but it's already 30 degrees Celsius. A weatherman on the news said it would be the hottest day of the year. Oh man, 30 is so hot. Normally I find weather like this hellish, but I'll be soaked in cold water all day today, so I actually appreciate it. That's true.
お待たせだにゃ。
Swimming in that kind of temperature is the
あ、
best.
フェイリスタン、おはよう。
フェリスちゃん、トゥットゥルー、トゥットゥルー。
Farah seemed extra energetic today. She's still wearing her cat ears, but in an amusement park, she fits right in.
これでみんな揃ったわね。
We'd invited the other labmans, but part-time warrior and Shining Finger couldn't get the day off work, so they couldn't join us. Lukoko seemed indecisive.
僕、やっぱり京馬さんの前で水着なんて、無理です。恥ずかしくて。せっかく誘ってくださったのに、ごめんなさい。
Or something like that. I see anything embarrassing about two guys wearing swimsuits, but I can imagine Lukako in men's swimwear anyway. Though if he wore a woman's swimsuit, I'd feel odd. I'm sorry, Luca, but I think you made the right call.
じゃあ行きましょうか。
Kurisu and Mayuri took off at a brisk pace. We take out our tickets, passed through the entry gate, and walked towards the pool. While I knew that Mayuri loved outdoor activities, I never would have expected Kurisu to be so excited over a pool. When I told her that, Kurisu cheerfully replied,
プールが好きというよりね、水に浮かんでる感覚が好きなの。
ああ、それわかるな。大空をふわふわ飛んでるみたいな気持ちになるよね。
重力から解放されるっていうか、負荷のかかっていた部分の筋肉が弛緩して、とても気持ちがいいのよね。
why does she sound so comfortable with being in the water? I assumed that her swimming ability was roughly equal to mine, but maybe. No. I can't psych myself out. Floating and swimming are different things. This girl spends all her time inside doing experiments. There's no way she can beat me.
ねえ、京馬。
ん？
フェイリスは京馬に言っておかなくちゃいけないことがあるにゃ。
なんだ？
フェイリスの第三の秘密に関することにゃ。
第三の秘密だと？
そうにゃ。かつて四天王と戦った時に切り落とされてしまった背中の翼。今までその傷跡を服で隠してきたけれど、とうとう白日のもとにさらす日が来たん
I'm
だ
gonna
にゃ。
be honest about
なるほど。
like
それはなかなかの秘密
Ferris's
だな。
Chunibyo talk. Whenever she does it, I just like my eyes just like glaze over. I'm just like, no, please don't. I really don't like it. It's kind of knocked down a few points with her character because I don't really care for her Chunibyo talk. Like, I don't mind Okabe's. His doesn't go so far, but she takes it so far and it's like, ugh. I want to just fall asleep. I won't even bother to ask what her first and second secrets are. There's no way they don't have long stories attached to them.
それでね、お願いがあるんだにゃ。傷の痛みを鎮めるために、氷馬のその右手で聖なるポーションを塗ってほしいにゃ。
何？
聖なるポーション塗ってくれるかにゃ。
So basically she wants me to rub some suntan oil on her back. A familiar scene from many a manga. There's no way I could do that in public.
しかしかの地では聖なるポーションの使用は禁止のはずだ。
泳ぐときはポーションを落とせばいいんだにゃ。
そんなさまつなことを言っているのではない。ポーションの匂いを嗅ぎつけてインスマスの深き者どもや水に住まう古き魔人たちが寄ってくるのではないか。
大丈夫。氷馬の右手の
There
力を
was
抑
an
えて邪
interesting
悪な者たちは寄ってこないと思うにゃ。
Innsmouth, Shadow over Innsmouth reference there. Deep Ones. Creatures that appear in H.P. Lovecraft stories. They are the ancestors of a once dormant race of beings that now live beneath the ocean. They resemble humans at birth and live amongst them up until a certain age. Eventually they begin to develop fish-like traits, ultimately coming to look like the Deep Ones. Their singular stronghold on land is a lonely fishing town called Innsmouth. Actually, that's not entirely correct. I think it's more like there was a dormant race of beings that live at the bottom of the ocean, and they made some agreement with some ancestor that lived in Innsmouth, and then they've slowly been like interbreeding with them. Anyhow, I think that's more accurate to say that.
それは買いかぶりすぎだ。フェイリスニャンニャン。
フェイリスタン、その役目僕にやらせてくれない？僕ならフェイリスタンのためにいつでも命を捨てる覚悟があるお。
ありがとうにゃ。でも氷馬のような特殊能力がない限り無駄に命を落とすだけ。大事なお友達にそんな危険を冒させるわけにはいかないにゃ。
Why is she willing to let Okabe touch her instead of Daru? It's kind of sad.
前から思ってたんだけど、あんたたちよくもまあ行き当たりばったりでそういう会話ができるものね。
Lol. Kurisu looked at me with a look that combined puzzlement and distaste.
俺の助手のくせにこの程度の会話についてこられなくてどうする？
はいはい。
Normally she'd get upset and yell, "I'm not your assistant," after something like that, but she's in such a good mood today, she didn't even talk back to me. Mahiri's childish amazement broke my concentration. I followed her gaze and realized that she was marveling at a huge water slide. That must be the pool. Person after person comes out of the water slide, shouting with glee. They each enter the water with a massive splash.
あれ、マユシンもやってみたいな。フェイリスも挑戦してみようかにゃ。
私はパスだな。
どうして？一緒に滑ろうよ。
目が回っちゃうのよ。
Aw, poor
クー
Kurisu
ニャンはもしか
gets
して
dizzy on the
絶叫マ
slide.
シンとかも苦手かにゃ。
ええ、全然ダメ。
情けないな。我が助手失格だぞ。
オカリンも苦手じゃなかったっけ？絶叫マシン。
言うなバカ者。
After a little more walking, we finally arrived at the entrance to the pool. We showed the staff our tickets and were let through the gate only to be welcomed by the smell of chlorine.
ほう、結構広いな。
すごいね。ワクワクしてきたよ。
According to the map, the pool is divided into 5 different areas. There's a family swimming section, a competition section, and even a wave pool area. And over near the water slide area, there's an artificial beach glittering under the sunshine.
早速着替えてくるにゃ。それじゃあオカリンダルくん、あの木のあたりで待ち合わせしよう。
Mayuri pointed at a fake palm tree next to the swimming pool, then disappeared into the changing room.
ダル、俺たちも着替えに行こうか。
そうだね。
って話すげえ出てる。
Oh my god.
あ、いけねえ。いろいろ想像しちゃって。
いろいろって何を？
なあなあオカリン、やっぱりマキセ氏はビキニだよね。
なんで？
なんていうかほら、
America?
っぽいじゃん。
Oh my god.
どういうイメージだそれは。そもそもクリスティーナはアメリカに住んでいるというだけでアメリカ人じゃないだろう。
Oh, she only just lives there?
マユ氏はきっと可愛い系のワンピだろうな。
知らん。
フェイリスさんはどうかな。なんとなくだけど黒かピンクでちょっと小悪魔っぽいイメージだと思うんだ。
だから知らんというのに。
妄想が止まらないよ。
Oh,
すぐ
daughter.
に分かることなんだから鼻血が出るほど妄想することないんじゃないか。
Oh my god.
オカリン分かってないな。こうしてる時が一番楽しいんだお。
分からなくて結構だ。俺は先に行くからな。
ああ、待ってくれよオカリン。
To be honest, I was also fantasizing about, imagining something along the same lines. Talking to him felt like I was being exposed, and that was too embarrassing to take. I started walking towards the changing room, leaving Dara behind. He couldn't be honest with himself. After a brief interlude, Dara and I quickly changed and returned to the tree to calmly and very nonchalantly wait for the ladies.
お待たせだにゃ。
おお。
Finally, the big reveal. Wow. Ferris walked towards us, waving her hand. Kurisu was next to her, but for some reason, Mayuri was nowhere to be seen. Contrary to our assumptions, Ferris was wearing a competition swimsuit. It's navy blue and almost looks like a school swimsuit, but it's distinguished by a cat pattern around the waist. She's wearing a parka over it too. Kurisu, also clad in a parka, is wearing a bikini with sharp purple lines. The overall effect is just as sporty as Ferris's look. Oh, we get to pan up. Pan up. Pan down. Kurisu has really long hair. Although I guess if you look at Ferris's hair, it's just as longer than hers. If she didn't have it tied up. I don't know. Maybe? Maybe? Very nice.
うはフェイリスさんは予想外だったけど可愛いな。それにスポーティーなマキセ氏がこんなに燃えるとは思わなかったね。オカリン、
俺に同意を求めるなよ。
ちょっと岡部、エロい目でこっち見んな。
I like how you said, don't ask me to confirm your perversions.
俺は見とらん。
まあまあ、いいじゃないかにゃ。見られるということはそれだけ魅力的ということだにゃ。
そうそう。ということでカメラカメラ。
だから撮るな。
だー
Daughter's massive form fell into the pool with a fittingly giant splash.
何するんだマキセ氏。準備運動もなしに水に落ちたら危ないだろう。
自業自得だっつーの。
だからって突き落とすことないじゃないか。よっこらせっと。まあカメラは防水だからいいけど。
That was good thinking on his part.
撮るなと言ったろうが。
クーニャンとダルニャンのコンビは面白いにゃ。
コンビって言わないでお願い。
みんなお待たせ。
I heard Mayuri's voice behind my back. Ooh,
あ
what is she
あ、遅
wearing?
かったな、眉。
I turned to face her. Ooh. And froze. Dado looked up at her from the water and his jaw dropped. Mayuri was wearing a daring bikini under her parka, completely subverting our expectations. Her top is surprisingly skimpy white bikini with pink dots on top of it. Hold on, I gotta check something. She paired it with distressed denim shorts that hugged her thighs. The damaged jeans, the aesthetic really gave her a wild look. It was the kind of swimsuit you couldn't pull off without the right proportions, but Mayuri made it look great. Lol. Her generous chest, lean waist, and long toned legs all seemed to pay tribute to the fact that she was a real athlete. I couldn't help but think she looked like a model straight out of a fashion magazine. She does have a nice figure. To top it all off, she was wearing what looked like a kid's hat. The strange, unbalanced nature of it all made her look all the more charming. Wait, oh, we get to look at her. Yeah, she's Mayuri is actually pretty well stacked out of all the girls. Huh? This is bad. Why am I gaping at Mayuri like this? Hold on, I'd say I thought the story was supposed to be Suzuha's story. I hope I'm doing the right story. Oh yeah, this can't be Mayuri's story. Hers seems harder to unlock. Oh. Oops. This is Mayuri's route. Oops. I didn't want to do her ending. Dang it! I mucked up, guys. This is not Suzuha's route. Should I just continue it? Should we just continue it? How did I even unlock it? It looks like the instructions to unlock her ending are like long too. April 6th, reply to the mail received with the second. It's like I somehow managed to unlock it by accident. It is vital that you don't reply to any mail before the time and date mentioned below unless the game forces you to. Reply to the mail received at 14:10 with the first option. Reply to the mail received at 14:42 with the second option. So, like, how did I even unlock this one? Opening attachment. If you're on the right track, a certain place is mentioned in the mail's text. There's no place mentioned at all if you aren't. Okay. When asked to 3 times. Oh, so Mayuri's ending is also unlocked after you deny it 3 times. But I somehow did the emails correctly before that point. Cuz for every other ending it doesn't matter what you do with the emails. But for her ending, you have to actually answer her in specific ways. May as well gape it Mayuri a bit more. Well, that's kind of sucky because I wanted this to be Suzuha's ending. Because that's the recommended way to go through all of them, like have Mayuri's ending be the last one. Because yeah, it does look like the hardest one to unlock. Because you actually have to answer her in specific ways. How did I even do that? Reply to the mail with the first option, and then reply to another mail with the second option. So it's like I had to have like saved this file but responded to each option like kind of like randomly. So it's just by sheer luck that I managed to do that, because I didn't even read this until now, like how to do this. So this kind of means that I probably have to restart the game and go through the prompts again. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna save this. I will save this. Hello, Coffee Burp. How you doing, man? I'll save it here. And then we can lock it. Because I was like, this story does not look like it's leading up to Suzuha. And I was like, where's Suzuha in all this? She didn't even get invited to the pool. But like, I only just realized that maybe he's focusing on a different girl because of his reaction to Mayuri here in this particular scene. Why am I gaping at Mayuri like this? Alright, so this means we have to... We're just gonna have to start all over. We'll just go from the beginning. Title menu. Let us try and do this correctly. That all happened because I loaded it, this file here. But I'll show you. It's like a random file I had saved. And this was queued up at the point where you're supposed to send the emails. And so I loaded it there. And that's when it starts, what's it? Questioning you about which email to send. And you're supposed to deny it each time, right? So I have to do this from the very beginning instead now. Because I answered the emails correctly, and you had to deny it 3 times, which is exactly like Suzuha's route. Can we skip this? Oh good. We can skip it. Here, we're not even going to answer any emails. Well, that's a shame. Here we thought, or here I thought I was doing a Suzuha's route. And we were doing a... Shiny finger. That's the first time. That's the first time you get to see him say that. I guess if you ignore it long enough. Wow, you're like forced to look at these. Vengeful enthusiasm wanes. Bow, 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 bow.
Oi, 聞こえるか?
I want to answer the one that has Daru in it. Oops, I didn't mean to skip it. Oopsies. I'm gonna ignore all of them until it shows Daru. Oh. Ignore everybody. I don't know how to get the Daru emails.
Soれだけとはなんだ? これは重要なことだ。それを忘れてもらっては困ると。
それだけか?
Daru, give me a break. They're having a campaign where you can get it. Okay, this is the one I got, but I ignored it by accident. So I'm gonna save here. Here. It's getting hard to track which one I need to keep. I wanted to lock this one. There we go. Daru email. Because I want to go through all the options. Select items. Let's go with the first one. Is Star GPU one of the select items? If it is, feel free to buy as many as you want. I'll take care of whatever's left over. Johnny Wolf was shopping on Chodori with his bodyguards in town. It was crazy, yeah? Wait, you mean the actual Johnny Wolf? The Hollywood movie star? Not just some lookalike? I don't think I've ever seen these before, these males. Dado. Seriously, this isn't one of those things where each item has a prize in it. And anyway, Dr. P isn't even one of the select products. That's a shame. That's when she was scaring me or something. Oh my gosh, I just had pizza chips and they were so good. Good for you. I heard they put all sorts of junk on those, which is why Americans seem to love them. Eat as much as you want. I'm sure you'll get nice and round. That's so mean. It's so mean. Let's see what her response is to that. No matter how much I eat, I never seem to gain much weight. Sorry to disappoint. Achievement unlocked. Eventually unchanging something. Okay, cool. There may be something wrong with your internal organs. I recommend getting that looked at. Oh, I've seen this before, so I won't answer it. We shall ignore Lukaku. I'm perfectly healthy. How rude. Well, on a positive note, I don't have to figure out how to get my Yudi's ending, because there was like so many instructions to get her ending. It's like I probably would have been like, oh no. So I'm kind of glad we got it like by chance. So okay, here, oops, I should save this. Here, we're denying it once. Okay, done. Denying it twice. I can't skip it.
どうした岡部。
いや、なんでもない。
ちょっと岡部何？
いや、考えてみれば12号機も悪くないような気がし。
So this is the third time? There we go. Now this should get us to Suzuha's ending. Or route. Hopefully. Suzuha? The world shakes. Oh, I guess here I will wait for the title card to pop up. I lose my sense of balance and everything goes dark. Then the distortion stops. Title card. Straying Arch. Okay, is this her storyline? Yes, Suzuha. Okay, good. We are now on Suzuha's storyline. I know I was in the other room before, but now I'm suddenly sitting on the sofa. I quickly look at my right wrist. It's gone. Number 12, the cause of all my problems up until now, has vanished without a trace. I did it. The D-mail worked. If I was just a little slower, I would have had to spend an entire night with Kurisu like that. An entire night attached to Kurisu. Just thinking about it is exhausting. After letting out a sigh of relief, I sink down onto the sofa.
ねえ、大丈夫？
The sudden voice coming from next to me causes me to jump in surprise.
何？
バイト戦士いたのか。
ちょっと何それ。さっきからずっと話しかけてたじゃん。
そうだったか。
そうだよ。あ、ってことはもしかして岡部倫太郎ってば今の私の話聞いてなかったの？
ああ、すまない。
何それ、ひどいな。
Suzuha mutters her complaints at me while I take a look around the room. It seems we're the only two people here. Hold on, I don't know why my OBS isn't up.
それ
Wait, I could probably count how many times Suzuha and I have been alone together on one hand. No big deal though.
で一体何の話をしていたのだ？
だから橋田至の話だって。
誰の？誰がまた変態行為でも働いたのか？
違うよ、そうじゃなくて。って待って、またってどういうこと？もしかして橋田至って今までにも何度かそういう変質者的な行為をしたことあるの？
いや別に犯罪を犯したとかそういうわけじゃない。
Hold on, I wanna look through my emails. There's like stuff not opened. There. Wait, there's still more? Can I mark all as red? No, there's still more. There.
ただあいつの場合ちょっと普段の言動が残念だとそういうことが言いたかったのだ。
Also, let's save.
言動が残念？なんだかよくわかんないけど、別に社会的に問題となるような行動をしたとかそういうわけじゃないってこと？
なあ、あいつはただオタクなだけで中身はヘタレだからな。その心配はいらない。
ヘタレか。
So this is how it goes quiet for a moment, but quickly flashes the usual smile at me.
オッケー、理解した。で、それでどうなの？
何がだ？
だからさっきも言ったじゃん。橋田至ってどんなやつか教えてほしいんだってば。
ああ、そういえばそうだったか。
Oops. I realized I was muted. I'm like trying to eat my chips because they're really crunchy. So I'm like muting while eating chips. Something about this seems fishy. Why is Suzuha suddenly so eager to learn more about Daru? Wait, could she actually like?
Huh?
No, that's impossible. There's no way anyone could ever feel that way about Daru.
まあいい。そんなに聞きたければ教えてやろう。
本
あいつに関しては特に隠すほどのことはないからな。
That said, it's not like I know anything worthy of special mention either.
ダルは俺の My favorite light arm でスーパーハッカーだ。
Super hacker.
当？マイフェイバリット。
要するに俺の片腕であり凄腕のハッカーということだ。
つまり岡部倫太郎は橋田至を頼りにしてるってこと？
Sup, Cass? How you doing? I nod firmly in response to Suzuha's question. That's the cold, hard truth. His skill in regards to computer knowledge and hacking is second to none. He isn't called a super hacker for nothing.
それで？
それでとは？
だから他には？
他には特にないな。
え？
だから誰に関してその他は特に言うことはない。
Doing okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm enjoying Steins Gate. I mucked up, so I figured out that I had mucked up, so now we're actually doing Suzuha's route. I somehow managed to unlock Mayuri's route instead, and apparently Mayuri's route is a little harder to unlock because you have to answer specific phone messages in very specific ways, and I happened to have done it like accidentally. What happened? Because the instructions for getting into Mayuri's route and Suzuha's route are almost similar. You have to ignore the D-mail request 3 times for both of them, but except for Mayuri, you have to answer her specific messages in very specific ways. And somehow one of my save files had it so that I had answered these questions correctly, but I didn't do it in the stream. So like I randomly answered her questions like correctly to unlock her route. So we were playing through it. I'm like, where the hell is Suzuha in this route at all? Like you never see her once in it. And then it gets to a part where he's looking at her and Mayuri's in her swimsuit, and I'm like realizing, oh, is this focus on a different girl? I wasn't sure. I didn't know that I was in the wrong route, so because I didn't know what the names were for each route. I had to look them up. So now we're doing the correct route. we're doing the route that I had planned on doing in this stream. So outside of what I mentioned, he's a hardcore otaku, delving into a wide range of hobbies from manga to eroge. Daru's one of Ferris's biggest fans. Additionally, he also has an impossible number of waifus in land beyond the screen. But considering the fellowship we share as men, I decided to keep quiet on this. That being said, this is all pretty obvious to anyone who sees how he conducts himself on a day-to-day basis.
何それひどいなそれでも友達
I mean, the good news is I don't have to figure out how to do it, because it's like specific emails you have to choose the correct answer. And so because I just did it by accident and I saved the route in one of the save files, I won't have to figure that out. Glad you got it all sorted. Thank you. If I had known the name of the route, because there's a name for the ending and there's also a name for the route, so that's why I was confused. I didn't know what the name of the route was. So like these are the names of the routes: Straying Arch, Fahrenheit, Chiaroscuro, Don Ratio. So all these weird names are like the associated with the girls' roots, and then the ending name is also different too, which is kind of weird. Steins is kind of quirky. Just did the future prep now. So I'm undecided about like when we do Mayuri's route, which will be last, because I think her route is ideally saved for last. It's like, I guess, the true ending, or it kind of sums up everything. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start at the beginning, because I did save that file, I believe. Did I save it? It's this one. It's fairly close to the beginning. I also saved another file that's like at the part where I realized, I'm like, wait, this is not a Suzuha route, I don't think. Anyhow.
友達ではない。強いて言うなら相棒といったところだ。
そんなの
It's not a big deal. It only matters to me, really, in the end.
もっといろいろと言うこといっぱいあるんじゃない？
そんなに聞きたければわざわざ俺に
I
聞
mean,
か
we
ずに
probably could have
本
played
人に直接
Mayuri's
聞けばいい
route,
じゃないか。
but I think this is like the
直接って
ideal
私が
way
直
to
に
enjoy
橋
the
田イタルに
routes
聞くってこと？
in this
それ以外
order.
に直接という言葉の意味があるか？
それはそうだけど、でもそんな
Thank you.
私からだなんて。
Her cheeks turn red as she looks down at her feet. It's rare to see Suzuha like this. Although it did take me like, what, an hour and a half before I figured out. I'm like, wait, this is not the right route. Impossible. Could she actually like Daru? Wait, why is he coming to this conclusion again?
わかったよ。
I guess her reaction, like with her acting all shy, kind of makes it look like she likes Daru. The more I think about it, the more I start to feel like her reaction completely fits the bill. For liking him? Yeah. This could be very interesting. It's a long time. Lol. I know.
それからもう一つだけ聞いてもいいかな？
なんだ？おすすめのデートコースなら俺に聞くだけ無駄だぞ。
はあ？そんなの言われなくて
So how
も
was your
他で
day,
インタビューに聞いた
Cass?
りなんかしないよ。いかにも
Did
そう
you
いう
work
方
today?
に疎そうじゃん。
Her tone is light, but that sure was a low blow. Wait, low blow? I never asked you for this sort of advice? Oh, date ideas. Lol. To make matters worse, it's not like she's wrong.
あのね、教えてほしいってのは他でもなくてさ、コミマってどんな
It's basically a nerd fest. Well, that was unexpected. Though I guess if she's interested in Daru, it makes sense to want to know more about Kamima.
それこそ誰に聞いてみればいい。
やっぱそうなるか。
I guess she read me like a book. Suzuha scratches her head, a troubled expression on her face.
まあそれも聞きづらいというのであれば、まゆりにでも聞くのだな。
そっか。椎名まゆりも
She probably knows more about Kamima than Okabe. After saying this, Suzuha's expression darkened slightly. Wait, does she not like Mayuri? I think about this for a moment. I had today off and was very tired all day. Aw. Think it's because I got beat up by the massage I got yesterday. Oh no. Wait, you got a massage yesterday? It's kind of funny that like a massage can make you tired. It can make you so tired. Was this massage like that hardcore? Aren't like massages supposed to be relaxing? Mayuri is probably one of Daru's closest female friends. What if Suzuha's jealous of her? That would explain the look on her face. Okay, to explain this section here, if you're not familiar with Steins Gate, slight spoiler. Because I mean, if you're watching this, you probably either know Steins Gate or you don't. So she's actually a time traveler, and she goes back to this time. She's from the future, and her father is actually Daru. So she wanted to learn more about Daru because of that reason, I believe. So that's probably why she's like acting all shy about it. And as the, you know, reader, you should know this if I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be playing this game, right? I get massages for maintenance. It's for pain and tension, not to relax. Okay. So your body's just basically like, I need to relax after that. That makes sense, I guess. That makes sense.
わかった。じゃあそうしてみるよ。
何？いいのか？
That kind of sucks though that you were like tired all day. Was like you were tired all day, but did you kind of at least get to relax, like to, you know, do something that you enjoyed at least? On your day off?
なんで？彼女に聞けって言ったの岡部倫太郎じゃん。
それはそうだが。
But my arms and shoulders were horrible from work, so I'm very sore today. Oh, that's true. You probably do like a lot of like wear and tear on your own muscles, because of like what you do. So it's kind of interesting to think of. Do you consider yourself a masseuse? I don't know if masseuse. I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before, but I've forgotten. Like, is masseuse like what you call what you tell yourself or tell people you are when you're like introducing your job? But yeah, it's kind of funny to think about masseuses needing massages, but that makes sense. Apparently, I can lift 50 pounds without any effort. Wow, I want to be able to lift 50 pounds effortlessly. 50 pounds sounds. I think my son is just a little over 50 pounds. I think. He's a really little guy though, so for his age. It's been a while since we weighed him. So that'd be like lifting my son. I go by licensed massage therapist. Okay, that's fair. It's like my it's like my hubby. He'll go with instead of a car mechanic, he'll go with automotive technician. Automotive repair technician. Or massage therapist. Well, there you go. Yeah, that works too. As because I think masseuse seems kind of like degrading, I guess, or has negative connotations, I suppose, right? Even though it is technically like what you do. No, maybe, or am I wrong about that? Now that I think back on it, I've never sensed any sort of hostility between her and Mayuri. I do clinical massages, but okay, I gotcha. So people can do massage work without actually having like training into it. Okay. Yeah, it does. Okay, okay. So you are above that. You are above that because you have a better understanding of it. Gotcha.
まあいいや。それじゃあコミマについては椎名まゆりに聞いてみることにするね。
Massage therapist. Gotcha. I'll try to remember this. Suzuha smiled at me. She doesn't look like the kind of person who'd be two-faced about this sort of thing. Which means I'm probably overthinking all of this.
じゃあ、私帰るね。ありがとう。助かったよ。
待つがいいバイト戦士よ。
Suzuha waves her hand and tries to leave, but turns around when I call out to her.
俺からもお前に一つ言っておかねばならんことがある。
何？
お前はさっきからずっと俺を岡部と呼ぶが、俺のマナは岡部倫太郎じゃない。法院京馬だ。それを忘れるな。
Hyo and Kyoma has so many like vowels in it. Like look at Hyoin. O-U-O-U-I. I always think it's funny. Hyoin. A lot of people who use masseuse tend to play, they do extra services. So yeah, it does have like that. It does carry like that negative kind of connotation with it. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like the difference between an escort and prostitute. Like a high-end escort. Not that I'm trying to compare you to one. I'm just slowly digging myself into a deeper hole here. She didn't get it at all. Pretty much low. So does that mean like you get away with charging more then for your kind of services? For massage therapy? Compared to like a masseuse? Even though masseuses offer like happy endings. I don't know. I've never been to a masseuse, so I don't know how much they charge. I've not actually gotten a lot of like massages. Maybe like I can probably count on one hand how many massages I've gotten in my lifetime. We got mail. I believe so. Okay. But so you're not really aware though. It's not like you've gone around checking how much they charge. Might be interesting. I was just walking down the main street in Akihabara when some random person stopped me. Apparently they wanted me to take some kind of audition. I was really surprised. I'm gonna save this. I kind of started going like backwards in the numbers. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I'll just continue going backwards. But some people do prefer to be called that, even though they're called licensed or registered. Okay. Massage therapist is usually 30 to 50% more. Look at me dropping that knowledge. And Ami, pray tell, how do you know this? Pray tell, how did you like readily know this? At least from what I've looked at when I booked my last time I went to one. Oh, okay. Like compared to like masseuses and massage therapists. I personally do not like being called a masseuse. I wonder if people prefer to be called that because they think it gets them more jobs that way. More bookings. Curiously, you know. And then like, you know, if people mistake them for it during the session, they'll just be like, "Oh, no, we don't do that here. We're still gonna charge you more." Had to get a legit massage for how messed up my muscles were. Oh, hey, maybe you can maybe you can get some services from Cass here. Although I think she lives in a different time zones. In New Mexico, was it? You live in New Mexico, right? Most who claim to be masseuses do not have a licensure. Okay, I see. But you just said that some people do prefer to be called that, even though they're called licensed or registered. So by that sentence, I'm imagining, or I'm interpreting that sentence to mean that even though they're licensed or registered, they are okay with being called a masseuse. Okay. But yeah, I can see that. Like masseuses, probably a lot of masseuses don't have license, just preference. Maybe it's for that reason. Maybe they get more bookings that way. Who knows? Who knows? You should Cass, you should do an experiment, like a social experiment with that. But most who go by masseuse aren't. You should do a social experiment that draft up 2 different business cards. I don't know. Do you use business cards? Have 2 different business cards. Also, masseurs are, is this masseurs? I don't know how to pronounce this one. Yeah, I imagine, isn't this French? Monsieur.
Masseur.
Masseur. Masseur. A man who provides massages professionally. Yep. Okay. You had it right. Monsieur. I don't know. I think I was pronouncing it a little bit differently from the way Google had it. Monsieur. Masseuse. But yeah, it makes sense that there's a female. I did not actually know that masseuse was a feminine form of the term. But yeah, as I was saying, you could make like 2 different business cards, hand them out at random, and then track how much business you get, depending on. Most people don't say it like Google. How would they say it? Monsieur. I don't know. I have a little bit of understanding of French, so I do understand how some words are pronounced in French. We were forced to learn it here because of Canada. Man, you're always getting stopped by people. Lol. Randos. The way you said it the first time, lol. I can't remember what I was saying. Monsieur. Masseurs. I don't know. I lost track of what's wrong and what's right anymore. I'm spacing out in the lab after lunch when Mayuri starts talking to me. By the way, apparently the whole money problem we were having yesterday has been resolved. I only found out after I got to the lab today. The manager that Mayuri mentioned before had apparently purchased future gadget number 1. We probably should have been looking into selling the gadgets ages ago, but hey, hindsight is 20/20, remember, right? No, the lab isn't suddenly overflowing with cash, but at least that's one problem out of the way. Which one was number 1? I forgot. Future gadget. Oh, they don't list it here. How do I look for it? I thought the future gadgets were listed here. I don't remember where they put it. Oh no, they named them. They named them, so I'm not gonna figure out what it is unless I like look at them all. No. Homing Diva. I'll have to like Google it. I have to Google it. Enjoy your lurk, Retro. How you doing? Future gadget. Number 1. It's a bit particle gun. A toy gun modified to act as a TV remote. However, only the channel plus button works. Its name is reference to the in-universe anime mobile jacket gun bam. Ah, okay, bit particle gun. But I already get people asking for happy endings labeled as a massage therapist, so I don't want to find out how forward they would be with the other term. Well, I don't know. I mean, worst case is you just turn them down, right? Or have you ever gotten anyone angry Like, they were just like, what the fuck am I here for then? Like, what am I paying you for? Have you gotten like people angry about that? That they were getting denied their happy ending.
ダルとバイト戦士
Okay, that would be a little awkward if they did get mad.
ね、今日ここに来る時
A little cringy
外で
too
すずさんに会っ
to
た
deal
の。
with.
そしたらね、ダルくんのことをいろいろ聞かれちゃったんだ。
I apologize in advance for anyone you have to deal with that's like that. It just sounds super cringy. I've had to ban people from my work because they tried to grab me and everything. Oh my god. That's disgusting. Disgusting.
他に何か嫌味のようなことは言われなかったか？
嫌味？そんなの言われたりしてないよ。
そうか。
Wait, rude? Then I guess my worries yesterday were completely unfounded. But considering she wasted no time asking Mayuri about Daru specifically, Amane Suzuha is clearly a woman of action.
ねえねえ、オカリン。もしかしてすずさんって
Everyone's jumping to the same conclusion.
好きなのかな？
何？マユリもそう思うか？
マユシもってことは、オカリンもそう思ったってこと？
Oh my god, really?
俺も昨日バイト選手にダルについていろいろと聞かれたからな。
Was that was she like was she with like a spa or anything like that, like or was she like working independently? That'd be scary. That's kind of scary, like when you work kind of like sort of work independently on your own, so you don't particularly have like the protection of like a established location with other people. Is that why you work at a established location? She was for a spa. What? And like, and she got beaten up? Did they not help her? Or I guess he was able to like, you know, beat her up before they got in there. Oh, she was the only one there at the time. That sucks so bad. That's really worrying. If I were you, I'd probably would never want to like work alone at the spa. Make sure that there's always someone else there, so that like, you know, these guys don't get ideas. These people don't get ideas. And also, it's kind of funny to think like it's the opposite sex that would be doing this, instigating this. It's like, well, why wouldn't women probably, you know, was labeled as a China massage. Are you serious? The spa? Were they that kind of spa? Were they that kind of spa? I guess it gets kind of dubious, like, or questionable, like confusing for customers when it's labeled as China massage. I don't know. This is all speculation on my part. I don't go and seek out massages, so I don't have any experience with these sorts of things. And also, as a woman, it's like I would be completely clueless. Oh, I think they hired people that weren't licensed. I guess if you're licensed, you can ask for to be paid more, right? I imagine you're certified to be paid a higher salary. Oh, Mayuri's guess is also kind of on point here. Gets the feeling this isn't what we think it is. They'd move locations often and change the name often, be open late, and so oh, that's so okay. So she was, so your I was gonna say your friend, but this is just someone in your town. So like a masseuse, I guess. I guess this was reported on the news or something. Yeah, I'm allowed to charge pretty high and can increase every 5 years. That's pretty good. Seems to be like good incentive for people to at least take like, I don't know, school on the side to in order to become licensed. I imagine that's probably what you did, right? Like, worked on the side while, going to school for that. But yeah, I was on the news, the poor girl. It's like, if it was like that kind of a shady sort of spa, I don't understand why they didn't have sort of at least the muscle to sort of protect their employees. Maybe they're just being super cheap, I don't know. That's just wrong. It's really wrong. You had school full time actually. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Then you can get it done quick. If you can afford to, yeah, you can, that's always a good way to go. Get it all done in one chunk.
それはね、マユシーにもよくわからないの。ただ、なんか違うなって。
Mayushi's very, what's it? She has very good intuition. That doesn't do much to clarify things, but if Mayuri thinks that that's the case, she might be right. Her intuition has always been sharp as a knife. This is true. Plus you're not allowed to charge unless you're licensed. Oh, okay. Well, no, I figured like you could just, what some people might be doing is like, masseuse work just to sort of like earn money or something while they were on their way to trying to become licensed, like going to school on the side. For people who can't like afford to like go to school full time.
そうそう。あと、コミマのことも聞かれたんだけどね。もしかしたらすずさん、そういうのにも興味あるのかな?
Oh, you had to do clinicals for school? What does clinicals require you to do?
どうだろうな。俺も聞かれたが、アニメやゲームというよりは、コミマがどんなものか知りたい。
Sometimes I wonder if I should maybe go back to school, like maybe even just like do something online. Especially nowadays, like it would probably be ideal to like try something online since a lot of schools are taking their stuff online. What with, you know, the quarantine and all, opening all the schools' eyes and how unprepared they are for that sort of a thing. So like a lot of schools are trying to move their content online or offer online offerings. Offer online offers. Okay, people do that if they're caught, they can be banned from licensure. Oh, really? So you're not allowed to, so I guess that's considered moonlighting. Okay, and you're not allowed to do that? Wow. Clinicals are the massages required for my school hours. Okay. I'm guessing these are like kind of like, training where you don't get paid for, for them. What do you call those? I guess clinicals. Unpaid work hours, basically, for school. Seemingly out of nowhere, Mayu's holding a cosplay magazine in her hands. It just pops into her hand. Cosplay, huh? To be honest, Suzuha doesn't really seem the type. It's funny because in the other game, Linear Bound Phonogram, Suzuha does cosplay in that one as like a cat thief or something. Mayuri points at a cosplayer dressed up as a character from a popular fighting game. I've never played it, but I always see that character on posters whenever I walk around Akihabara. I bet you... I bet you the character they're referring to is Cammy. It's probably Cammy. I think Suzuha would probably make a good Cammy because she's so like military and super fit, super athletic. You learn as the schooling is going, so it can't do more complex massages until the end. Okay, so it's kind of like they just kind of scale up as you learn along. That's cool. Applying what you learn. Well, I'm glad that's settled. Unfortunately, the problem with Daru and Suzuha still remains. What's she planning? Don't tell me she actually likes Daru. Coffee Burp, thank you so much for the 5 biddies. What is this for? But I appreciate the 5 biddies. The nickels. Which is the lowest form of coinage we have in Canada. Did you know that? Did you guys know that? We got rid of the penny. I don't know if the States has done that though. But yeah, we basically have done away with the penny. We don't produce any more pennies here. So you never see them anymore here. Except in my house in a giant jar that I've kept. Whoops. I hear a loud, surprised voice from outside the windows. I'm pretty sure that was Daru. And he even said Suzuha's name. I look over at Mayuri, but she's totally engrossed in her cosplay magazine. I don't think she even heard the commotion. I leave Mayuri to her literature and rush to the window, my body half leaning outside. Wow! That's such a sweet image of Suzuha and her papa. Although he doesn't know it, though. What I saw was as unexpected as it was breathtaking. That's an Asian giant jar. And it's not actually, I don't know, it's not really a jar. I just have like, I think it's like a bag of pennies somewhere around in my house. I just know that I had a whole bunch of pennies, and then when they announced that they were taking away pennies, I was like, oh, I better like do something with these pennies or something, and I never got around to it. We still have pennies. Oh, okay. Exactly as you said, had fun though, and still do, otherwise wouldn't be in this profession. Yeah, what made you go down that route of being a massage therapist? If like you wouldn't be in the been making use of the bit ads lately. We don't get the, or I never get those. I don't know if it's a regional thing, Coffee Burb, but I have never ever been able to watch an ad for bits. It's never worked for me in all the time that I've been on Twitch. It's like every time I try to like watch an ad, like click on that, there's like, I think there's a button you click to watch ads for bits. It just says it's not working right now, come back later. It's like piss poor like excuse for it not working in my neighborhood. That's cool though, to know about the currency change. Guess I'm Asian in that definition. Lol. I think everyone has this giant jar of pennies. That's because of ad block. Is it? But I can see ads on like other people's channels. I don't think I have ad block turned on Twitch. I have it turned off so I can support like other streamers that I don't you know, subscribe to, but I want to somewhat support them in a way. I thought the Chinese giant vase, we have those and pull off coins. Are you sure you didn't have an ad block on? I can see ads on other people's channels though. I see ads all the time on Twitch. Once I turned it off, the ad to get bits started to work. Okay, I'll check that next time. I'll check it next time. It's possible also I might have extensions that might be possibly getting in the way of that. I don't know. Maybe I'll try turning off like all the extensions, because I have like things like Better Twitch TV and also Frankerface, and I've done like lots of little tweaks to them, so maybe something in those settings might have upset to Twitch to some idea. I don't know. The error shows up for me when I have that ad block on. Oh, I don't know then. Yeah, I don't know. I watch ads on channels all the time on Twitch, so it's like, how could that still be working but not you? the Twitch ads for bits. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone in my area having that work for them either. I've heard of a lot of people tell me that that feature doesn't work for them either. I was doing similar for my family growing up and was apparently good at it and was always told to go into the profession. Oh, okay. You never get ads either, and I don't have anything going and I get ads? Wait, how do you get ads though? Can you earn bits for ads? Because they have that option. Not a lot of people know about it. But yeah. I guess I'll look at it later. It's not a huge thing though for me. In front of the Brown Tube workshop. It may be a low traffic alley, but it's still the middle of the day. There. Of all the things I expected, I certainly didn't expect to see Suzuha holding Daru in her arms.
Oh,
normal ads, yeah. Are you saying you've clicked on the button? Because you have to click on the button to access the bit ads one. Like when you go to cheer a bit, there's an option to earn bits and you have to go through there. Does that work for you? Because yeah, only the normal ads work for me, but I haven't tried clicking on the bit ad one though. Also went into my profession due to my vision issues. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess having limited vision might kind of limit your job options. Was there something that you wanted to do if you had better vision? I know, but for me it's grayed out. Oh, yeah, see? Wait, here, let me see what mine says. You cannot cheer in your own channel, that's what it says. I'm not allowed to cheer for myself, guys. I'm not allowed to cheer for myself. Daru's voice is trembling. Despite the distance, I can clearly see that Daru's completely frozen in place. He's just standing there like a pole. I can hardly blame him. I doubt he's ever experienced anything like this in his 20 years on this planet.
ごめんごめん。つい。
Suzuha steps away from Daru, finally noticing his reaction. She awkwardly scratches her head. Daru remains unchanged, still doing his best impersonation of a pole. Suzuha looks up, and just as our eyes are about to meet, I rush away from the window. As I return to the center of the room, my brain tries to piece together what just happened. Suzuha was hugging Daru. Daru had turned into a pole. What was that?
ねえねえ、オカリンどうしたの？もしかして外で何かあったのかな？
Mayuri notices my mild panic.
それがな。
Should I tell Mayuri? I hesitate for a short while before the lab door quietly opens.
ダルくんだ。
あ
Speak of the devil.
ダルくん、トゥットゥルー。ねえ、ダルくん聞いて。オカリンたらさっきから変なんだよ。
あ
That
ダル
reaction.
くん？
I'd still be able to massage even if I went blind, essentially. I just wanted a job where I could help people. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. So you have like, you kind of have job security even if you do happen to go blind. That's pretty smart forethought into that, Cass. I guess because you wanted to be sure in case of what might potentially happen. Shaking my head, twitch, not wanting you to support your stuff. Yeah, it's more like they don't want my fucking money. Because, you know, they gotta charge me money for them bits. They take a percentage out of them bits. You know? What is it, like they charge like 20% for the bits? This. About being stopped. For some reason, people always seem to want to stop me in the streets for as long as I can remember. I wonder why. I'm willing to bet that it's because you look vulnerable. Add an additional 20 swings to your daily training. That should be enough to strengthen your aura. Such a Chunibyo response. I do, thank you. I wanted to keep as much independence as I could. Well, that was really smart. I can't really think of any other, like, well, maybe if I gave it some thought about like what are the jobs you could do while blind. He looked like a doll, almost as though his soul had been sucked out of him. Daru doesn't reply to Mayuri or react to her at all, for the matter. He just slowly walks into the lab. He's heading to the shower room. But yeah, I never thought about like massage being a job that you could do blind, but yeah, because it's all about touch, you know? Put some freaking good at my job. That's cool. Nothing better than like being really good at your job. Getting paid top dollars for it. He finally reacts to my yelling and turns around to face me. Booked until end of June already for a reason. Nice. That's pretty. That's job security there. Oops, I cut him off. After responding in a way that makes it unnecessarily hard to tell if he even understood what I said, Daru sits down on the nearby sofa.
ねえねえ、オカリン、ダルくんどうしちゃったのかな？
Wish it was top dollar. Maybe you need to increase your prices if you're getting booked out like that. Maybe you need to consider increasing your prices, or are you not allowed to? Maybe maybe you need to consider moving elsewhere where you can charge a little more. Although that also probably comes down to calculating how much it costs to live there, etc., and whether it's worth it. Mayuri whispers to me, a look of concern on her face. I can't work for corporate. Oh, okay.
いや、そ
So
の心配はないと思う。
so you're restricted in how much you can charge.
本当？でも今までマヨシーはあんなダル君を見たことないから
Wait, why didn't it finish her line? She just went
でも今までマヨシーはあんなダル君を見たことないからすごく心
There
配
we
なの
go.
です。
Sugoku. I was waiting for that word to pop up, but she just went su and then it stopped. This game is weird sometimes. It like stops some of the mid-sentences. I can hardly blame her. From her point of view, Dado's just sitting on the sofa like a zombie, blankly staring into space. Sadly, working privately will add up to the same after all expenses. Okay. So you're just kind of, yeah. Yeah, it seems like no difference then, I guess. I mean, I guess if it's kind of the same, if it's more or less the same, then at least this way you kind of build your own client list. You could build your own regular client base. I don't know. And charge what, and then kind of like, you know, charge your own fees. If you find like you're getting super busy, you can increase your fees. Even an outsider would find it strange, much less Mayuri.
まあ、あれだ。大方、欲しかったエロゲが手に入らなくて呆然としてるとか、そんなところだろう。
だったらいいんだけど。
Also, I meant to say hello to God Harlequin. Hello. How are you? As well as Coffee Burp. How are you? I don't know if I asked you guys how you guys are. What a rude streamer I am. Bad host. I glance at Daru. He still looks like he's seen a ghost, stupefied on the sofa. Seriously? All it took was one hug from a cute girl to turn you into this mess? Pathetic, Daru. Pathetic. Nah, you good. I'm chilling. That's cool. Plus, memberships of the corporate company that I'm an employee of gets people to be more consistent. Oh, okay. Because they, I guess, because they have more like, more advertising power, etc. Just for that, hello. Thank you for that nickel bitties. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Coffee. For a total of a dime. A total of a dime. Appreciate that. I think that was like 2 ads. Was that like 2 ads worth there? Thank you. Thank you for your 2 ads worth of biddies. I appreciate it. Must have been hard work to sit through those ads. Actually, they gave me 10 this time. Wow. 10's a lot for like 1 ad. 1 whole ad. Whoops, I didn't read that. Dado finally opens his mouth to speak, his voice so low that only I can hear him. His eyes are still darting every which way. I guess he's not completely back to normal just yet.
どうした、ダル？
あのさ、
Sublime. How you doing, man?
柔らかいもんだって知ってる？
He's never touched girls before. Fly away. I'm surprised I've not gotten like was it copyrighted on like YouTube for all these I believe I can fly clips. Always in the mood, creator Mr. Atmosphere is here. Sublime. How you doing, man? They take money out automatically each month, so people don't want to lose their money. Oh, okay, like memberships? I don't understand what this means. Good. Why are you yelling at me? I moved to a new place. Oh, I didn't know you moved. A new place and a new job? Wow. Wait, does this mean that you're done school? Does this mean you're done school? Is this why you have like a new place and new job? Are you earning more? Are you earning more? This means you have more money to throw on Twitch. Just kidding. Yes, memberships. Oh, okay. Because he be in jail. Lol. Are you actually in jail? Are you in jail, Lime? Is that what new place and new job means? Because that makes sense too. Earning more is a human concept. Okay. I don't know what that means. So this means you're not earning more?
やっぱさ、モテる男って辛いよな。
Oh, sure, Daru. I got goosebumps. This is real bad. He's completely lost it. Damn it, Suzuha, what have you done? No, wait a second. I'm struck with an epiphany. Did part-time warrior hug Daru on purpose, knowing that this would happen? Daru is my right-hand man, my favorite right arm, if I do say so myself. It'd be no exaggeration to say he's an extremely important part of this lab. Incapacitating Daru would deal considerable damage to our operations. Was this all a part of Suzuha's plan? But why would she need to do something like this in the first place? No, the answer to that question is obvious. Conspiracy theories. She's a member of the organization. Lol.
言っておくが、貴様の思うようにはいかんぞ。
That's a very demure image of her. I like this image. Like, the proportions are actually correct compared to a lot of Hyuki's work with, like, the way he draws hands and stuff sometimes. No, I was talking about the copyright comment. Oh, okay. I'm losing track of what's going on in this conversation. More cash for the harem. R. Kelly, that is. Oh, okay. I slap all of my harem butts with $100 bills. Them hundy bills. $100 bills.
いきなり何？
しらばっくれても無駄だ。
100.
貴様は俺からダルという片腕を奪ったつもりかもしれんが。
I wipe my
俺
ass
に
to
は全てお見
Rolex.
通しだぞ。
That does not sound very comfortable, but okay.
すべて？
No, it's not. But you do it anyway because you can. Suzuha's expression suddenly changes. But I'm gonna lurk now. Getting sleepy again. Alright, Cass, thanks for hanging out and chatting. I've enjoyed it. Enjoy your lurk. You deserve a break. Okay, my suspicions have been confirmed. I knew it. She's a member of the organization.
すべてって本当にすべてなの？
当然だ。
My ass is bloody. Oh my god, why did I read this?
それ
Why?
じゃ私の父さんのことも？
Wait, do you know everything? Oh, okay. So at this point, Suzuha knows that Daru is her dad. But maybe no one else knows quite yet. Thanks for the interest in my job. I always try to take an interest in other people, you know.
何？
Because you guys show me like the time and care to come and attend my streams, so it's only fair for me to, you know, learn a bit about you guys. And sometimes it's very interesting where you guys come from. What's she talking about? Nene Cass. Yeah, Nene. It's oh yeah, it's like really late there, isn't it? It's like what, 2? Is it 2 or 3? I can never remember. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with the times. Yeah, I bet Nevadis is the manager at the Playboy Mansion. What? Good night, Cass. Wait, this could be a ploy to confuse me.
お前はごまかしたつもりかもしれんが、この俺はそんな子供騙しの手には乗らんぞ。
別にごまかしてなんかいないって。
Oh, it's 1:26? Wait, that means you're only an hour away. My geography of, like, the US is, like... I have no idea, apparently. So that means you're in mountain time. For some reason I thought you were, like, 2 or 3 hours ahead. I don't know why. Having lost my impeccable intuition, Suzuha smiles awkwardly at me.
そっか。でもバレちゃったか。さすがだね。
Okay, you're in the Rockies, so I must see. Oh. Wait, if you're in the Rockies, that means that you're like way up north then. Way up north in the US. See, I have no idea where the Mexico is. Wait, are you even in New Mexico? I'm just shaking my head at myself right now.
貴様、ずいぶんあっさりと白状するのだな。
だってバレちゃったもんはしょうがないじゃん。
I'm at the very bottom of them. Yeah, I imagine, because like the Rockies go through Canada. I just wasn't aware of how far south the Rockies actually go, though, into the border or past the border. The jig's up.
しょうがないで済むことなのか？
Wait, why did it cut off?
しょうがないで済むことなのか？ しょうがないで済
The
むことなのか？
sentence looks so much longer than what he's saying. Anyways.
バレたら怒られちゃうかもね。
Mad? That's a rather light punishment for failing a mission. Wait, this is the organization we're talking about here. She probably knows full well what awful fate awaits her.
でも参ったな。さすがに大勢にバレると思う
New Mexico touches Mexico. Oh, okay. See, I have no idea. So the Rockies expand the whole height of the US. Oh, okay. This I did not know. Again, my knowledge of US geography is just like almost non-existent. Finally, you're not playing horror and I can actually watch your streams. What? Can't you watch the horror ones? I mean, it's not like you're playing them, you know. Well, now you do. Now I do. Although, remembering that might be another fact, or might be another matter.
まあ俺も鬼ではない。貴様に今から俺が言う条件が飲めるなら見逃してやらんこともない。
何みんなには黙っててくれるの？
だから条件が飲めるならと言っているだろう。
Is this when he finds out?
私にできること？
それはお前次第だ。
私次第か。もしかしてエッチなこととかじゃないよね。
Oh no, etchy.
バカにするな。この法院教魔、そのような意外な行為を交換条件にするほど愚か
だよね。よかった。で、条件って何なの？
教えてほしいか？
さすがにあんまり知られると私もまずいしね。
そうか。ならば教えてやろう。その条件とはズバリ。
My knowledge of Canada's geography. West is trees, east is coastal, north is ice, and south is metro. Pretty much. I mean, we have coastal here. The west here, we have coasts and trees and mountains, like all sorts of different biomes, so to speak. So we have a wide variety of like nature here on the west side. I'm between Arizona and Texas and below Colorado. Lol. See, I had Texas in my head. And for some reason, I always associate Texas with being like 2 hours ahead, like time zone wise. Lion's muscle vibrates in fear. It can move mountains. What? I swallow water and my neck muscles create hurricanes. What? Nani? What are we talking about here?
ラボメンとして我がラボに尽くすことだ。
If I can get Suzuha, a member of the organization, to join me, I'll be able to stay a few steps ahead of them at all times. In other words, she'll be a double agent. I'll use anyone and anything to accomplish my goals. That's how the mad scientist Hyoin Kyoma does things.
尽くすって要するに忠誠を誓えってこと？
Oh, okay. Parts of Texas are 2 hours ahead. Okay.
そういうことになるな。
なるほど。そうきたか。
At the end of the day, I'm asking her to betray her own people. I get that this isn't an easy thing to just agree to on the fly.
いいよ。
Okay, I didn't know that about Texas. That it stretches over 2 time zones. That's kind of interesting. I guess like when a state is like big enough, it's hard to kind of split it so that it only belongs to 1 time zone.
何？
忠誠とかよくわかんないけど、要するに困った時に助け合えってことでしょ。
まあ簡単に言うとそういうことになるのか。
そっか、助け合いか。やっぱ父さんが言ってた通りだ。
Dad? Wait, didn't she say something along those lines earlier too? Does she have some sort of father complex?
そんじゃ改めて
Misty and Central, yeah.
岡部倫太郎。
Suzuha extends her right hand. Her friendly attitude makes me reflexively respond in kind.
ああ
A loud voice erupts from behind me.
ちょっとオカリン、何やってんだよ。
I turn around to see an angry Daru by the building entrance, dashing toward me with the speed of someone much smaller than he is. I can't believe how much energy he has. Wasn't he a zombie not too long ago?
どうしたダル、そんなに慌てて。
Daru grabs me by the sleeve and pulls me aside. He talks into my ear.
どうしたんじゃないよ。あんまり軽々しく天音氏に近づかないでくれる。
は？
何？二人してそんな隅っこでコソコソしちゃって。もしかして聞かれたらまずい話でもしてるの？
Thank you for dropping that knowledge.
そんなことないない。
To learn something new. Daru sends me flying as he turns around. It's clear that he was trying to keep me away from Suzuha. I watched him for a while. Daru faces Suzuha the whole time, wiggling his big frame back and forth in a strange, almost hypnotic way. He keeps replying to her questions over and over again with answers that betray his inexperience with women. This might be a more serious illness than I thought. About swings? 20 more swings? That's almost double what I'm doing now. But you're right. This is also I can take of myself, so I can take of myself better. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it every day, but ... Okay. The next day, I discovered that Daru's illness had grown even
バイ
worse.
トを増やす。
うん。まあそういうことだから。しばらくはここの手伝いもできなくなるけど、
He went
勘弁。
and got a part-time job. As soon as he got to the lab, he broke the news to me. Daru's always worked a shady job, but now he's apparently doing a short-term one on top of that.
そうか。まあ、込み間もあることだし、金もいるのだろう。
With our previous financial issues solved for the time being, things had quieted down. If he was going to be busy up until Koima, I'd be fine with that. However, Daru's response was beyond anything I could have ever imagined.
コミマ？僕あんなとこもう卒業しちゃったお。何？
This is becoming a normie.
コミマ行かないの？
ごめんなまゆし。あそこはもう僕みたいなやつが行くところじゃないんだよね。
嘘。どうしちゃったの橋田。何か悪いものでも食べたの？
How would I blame the two of them for being surprised? If there was one constant about Daru, it's that he'd never missed Komima. It didn't matter if he had a fever, broken bones, or if Tokyo itself was in flames. I can't speak for this world line, but I know for a fact he's said as much before in the previous one. But now he's saying the complete opposite. Of course people would be surprised. On top of that.
そもそもアニメとか2時とか言ってる年でもないっしょ僕ら。でさ、生身の人間相手だといろいろ入りようで大変なんだお。例えばデートとかプレゼントとかさ。
He starts going on and on, despite nobody having asked. Everyone's too shocked to reply or even form words at this point. Though Daru hardly seems concerned with whether we're reacting or not.
まあオカリンもいつまでもシュタインなんちゃらとか期間とか中二病みたいなこと言ってるとマユシたちにまで見放されて悲惨なことになっちゃうお。
Do you want to die alone?
そうなる前にいろいろと気づいた方がいいんじゃね？僕みたいに。
Did he really change, though? As we stand there dumbfounded for whatever manyth time today, he gives us a slight salute with his index and middle finger before vanishing behind the development room curtain. Grrr. What's this indescribable feeling of humiliation boiling up inside of me?
ねえ、橋田どうしちゃったの？
The atmosphere is tense and awkward, but Kurisu is the first one able to shake it off and speak. I don't blame her for asking that question. This change came out of nowhere. Even I'm shocked and I saw what happened.
あのね、マユシーは知ってるよ。
本当？何？ 橋田に何があったの？
原因はね、多分すずさんなのです。
すずさんってもしかしてあまねさんのこと？
なんかね、すずさんにプレゼントするんだって。
どうしてそう思うのだ？
It's true that Mairi asked me yesterday if Suzuha likes Daru, but she shouldn't know anything about him being deceived by her. At least as of yesterday, she said her intuition was telling her that it wasn't the case.
それはね、ダルくんがそう言ってたからです。
ダルが？
オカリンとクリスちゃんが来る前に。
I can totally picture him bragging about his accomplishment to Mairi.
だけど、まさかコミマにも行かないって言い出すとは思わなかったからびっくりしちゃった。
Shockingな。
私もびっくり。橋田って二次元にしか興味ないんだと思ってた。
いや、あいつはそもそもフェイリスのファンでもあったしな。もともと二次元オンリーというわけではなかったのだが。
だけど橋田とあまねさんってちょっと意外な組み合わせね。いつから？
When did that happen?
マユシーもあの二人はお似合いだって思ってたけど、やっぱり改めて聞かされると意外な感じはするかな。
でも今のところ別に付き合ってるってわけじゃないのか。橋田が一方的に好きってだけで。
あれ？でも今日のダルくんの話だとすずさんの方がダルくんを好きだっていう感じだったけど。
Wait, weren't they shocked speechless just a moment ago? They've already started gossiping about this like it's no big deal. I for one can accept this cruel reality. Paris. Nya, are you okay, Nya? Paris hasn't seen you around here these past few days. I'm worried you might have caught a cold or something, Nya.
やはり騙されているのだ。
オカリン？
ダルはあのバイト戦士に騙されているのだ。
あんた何言い出すのよ。もしかして知った？
そうではない。俺は真実を言っているのだ。あいつは天音鈴葉に騙されている。いや、もしかしたら昨日抱き合った時にマインドコントロールでもされたのかもしれん。恐るべしは機関のやり方か。
New. Mind control. A technique that allows the user to influence a target toward a pre-planned action while making them think that they decided this course of action themselves. It is different from brainwashing in that it's meant to hide that there is an external influencer. Examples of mind control in daily life include situations in which people on the street innocently approach you, claiming that they're learning all about palm reading. As the conversation continues, you find it difficult to refuse them when they ask you to accompany them to a strange religious gathering.
ちょっと何？抱き合ったって橋田とあまねさんが？だったらやっぱり橋田の言ってることは本当ってことじゃない。
だから違うのだ。あれは全て機関の差し金で。
オカリン、取り残されて寂しいのはわかるけど、こういう時は素直に喜んであげるのが友達だとマユシーは思います。
What's going on here? Why aren't they on my side? Perhaps my true enemy is in the organization, but mainstream women instead?
こうしてはおれん。おい、ダル！
Before Kurisu can stop me, I step behind the curtains. Upon entering the room, I see Daru wearing headphones, excitedly grappling with a programming language of some kind. Is this the new job he mentioned? Part of me had hoped that this was all just an excuse to make time for more eroge, but clearly that isn't the case.
Oi, Daru!
No response. He must be incredibly focused. Seeing him work so furiously for the first time makes me a bit reluctant to get in his way, but regardless, I yank his headphones off with everything I can muster.
Daru!
わ、オカリン、いきなり何すんのさ。
話がある。
さっき言ったっしょ。僕バイト掛け持ちで忙しいから後にしてください。お願いします。
そんなことを言って、フェイリスはどうしたのだ。
I grab my cell phone and pull up the email I received a minute ago, thrusting it in front of Daru's face.
フェイリスタン。
ほら、フェイリスも心配している。
Daru stares at the screen of my cell phone. This should open my eyes, or at least it should have.
今は天音氏一筋なんだお。
Dado's voice is annoying. Oh, really? It does have like that kind of like derpy quality to it, but I kind of enjoy it. This illness of his had evolved into something potentially fatal.
とにかくオカリンと違って僕は忙しいから。
Lol. Dado doesn't so much as glance at me as he puts his headphones back on, returning his attention to the computer screen.
まったく何やってんだか。
ダメだよ、オカリン。
These two don't understand anything. It's Suzuha's fault that this is even happening. At this rate, Dado's just going to look like a complete fool. That the right-hand man of Kyo and Kyoma, mad scientist and bringer of chaos, is nothing but a fool. It'd make me the laughingstock of the world.
あれ？オカリン、今度はどこ行くの？
ちょっと文句を言ってくる。
I'm going to make Suzuha take responsibility for her actions. Okay. I go outside and approach the Brown Tube workshop. Actually, didn't Mr. Brown say he was taking his daughter somewhere? Did their trip get cancelled? Whatever, that doesn't matter right now. I quietly approach the door from the side and peek inside, avoiding Mr. Brown's line of sight, and look to see if Suzuha's there.
ちょっとお客さん困りますね。
あ、
I hear a voice from behind me and literally jump up in
あのさ、
surprise.
岡部倫太郎。そんなところからこそこそ覗いてるの、傍から見たらめちゃくちゃ怪しいよ。
仕方ないだろう。ミスター・ブラウンに見つからないようお前を探していたのだから。
探してた？もしかして私に何か用？
とにかくこっちに来い。
Wait, I pull Suzuha somewhere quiet.
どうしてくれるのだ。
いきなり何のこと？
しらばっくれるな、ダルのことだ。
ダルって？
そうだ、お前のせいでダルがふぬけになってしまった。昨日も言っただろ。
何それ？昨日そんなこと一言も言われてないよ。
Whoops.
何それ？
Hold on. Wait, really? Oh, I guess I didn't actually mention Daru. I just told her that I wasn't going to let her win. Crap.
とにかくお前がいらぬちょっかいを出したせいでダルが大変なことになっているのだ。どうしてくれる？
ちょっと待って。私のせいってどういうこと？橋田イタルが大変ってどう大変なの？全然わかんないんだけど。
I have no choice. I tell Suzuha everything that's happened since yesterday.
というわけでお前がダルに抱きついたりなんぞするからあいつは勘違いしてしまったのだ。
嘘だ。岡部倫太郎嘘言ってるでしょ。そのくらいで勘違いとかしないって。
嘘ではない。そもそもあいつは女に免疫がないのだ。あんなことをされればすぐに誤解してしまっても不思議はない。
Uh-oh.
でも免疫がないって言っても椎名真由里とか牧瀬クリスには普通に接してるじゃん。
They're not like
あ
real
いつは
girls
オタだ
to
がコミュ力がないわけではない。しかし普段の会話はできても過度なスキンシップには免疫がないのだ。
Skinship.
そもそもお前はどうしてあいつに抱きついたりしたのだ。
Yeah, why did she?
探してた
Hmm.
自転車のパーツをね、橋田イタルがネットのオークションで安く手に入れてくれたんだ。それで嬉しくなってつい。
Oh,
あ
that explains it.
でもそんなの単に挨拶みたいなもんじゃん。
Aw.
挨拶でハグとかお前は帰国子女か。
And she was hugging her
よく
daddy.
そんなことリアル帰国子女なクリスティーナでもやらんぞ。
でも家じゃしょっちゅうやってたよ。
うちで家族にやるのとはわけが違うだろうが。だいたいお前にとっては挨拶みたいなものかもしれんがダルにとってはそうではなかったのだ。
Like I said before, it's likely that he's never received so much affectionate physical contact from anyone but his mother. Even after making my case, Suzuha still groans like she doesn't believe me.
でもな。
でもも何も事実なのだから受け入れろ。
そうは言うけどさ。
I think I should turn down Okabe. He's very passionate. Suzuha might be
とにかくだ。本気ならばいいが、からかっているならすぐにやめろ。
だから私は別にからかってるつもりなんてないってば。
Luca
では
needs
お
to
前
be
は誰の
like
ことを好きだとでも言うの
100%.
か。
I had her at 100, but then she got like really loud for some reason in the last story or something. Look, I had to turn down Ferris because she's just that loud, man. But it's like when they start to yell like this, like passionately, it's like, okay, I have to tweak it a little bit.
何？
うん。でも恋愛感情とかそういうのじゃないよ。わかるでしょ？
Why would I already know that? Why would I know anything about this?
そもそもさ、橋田至が私にそういう感情を抱くはずないって。
しかし現にそうなりつつあるのだから仕方あるまい。
I don't understand why Suzuha is trying so hard to downplay his feelings, but what she thinks doesn't matter. It's what Daru feels that's important.
だいたいあのダルが楽しみにしているコミマにすら行かないと言い出したのだぞ。これは相当重症だと。
That was the loudest I had ever heard Suzuha yell.
ちょっと待って。今なんて言ったの？
She grabs me by the chest and sidles up next to me. What's going on? Why is she so panicked?
もしかして橋田至がコミマに行かないかもって今そう言ったの？
かもじゃなく行かないつもりなのだ。
なんで？
だからバイトをしてお前にプレゼントか何かをやるつもりらしい。
嘘。
Despite her calm demeanor from earlier, Suzuha has started to lose her cool.
そんなのそれ困る。
I can't remember if there was something
まず
that
いよ。
was supposed to happen at Kamima. That's what I've been trying to say from the start.
私ちょっと話つけてくる。
あ、おい！
I follow Suzuha into the lab. There, I nearly crashed into someone on their way out.
ダル。
ちょっとオカリンひでえよ。
He complains to me the moment he sees me.
ひどい？一体何のことだ？
何しらばっくれてんだよ。バイトのこと天音氏にバラしたんだろ。せっかく秘密にしといて驚かそうと思ってたのに台無しじゃん。
It looks like Suzuha told him everything. I peek inside the lab and the look on her face is one of abject failure. I have no idea why Suzuha had suddenly lost her cool, but dealing with Daru is my #1 priority. At this point, I just had to be straight with him.
なあダル。いい加減目を覚ましたらどうだ？
なんだよ目を覚ますって。何言ってんだよオカリン。意味不すぐる。
いいか。お前はあのバイト戦士に騙されているのだ。あいつはお前に対して特別な感情など抱いていない。
しかも今度は天音氏の悪口っすか。しかも本人のいる前で。それさすがにひどくね？
違う。悪口ではない。俺は。
いいよもう。僕オカリンがそんなやつだとは思わなかった。
Anyway, Daru pushes me aside and walks to the door.
待てダル。俺の話はまだ終わっていない。
僕はオカリンと話すことはない。話しても無駄だし話したくもない。
I reach out to stop him, but only end up futilely grasping at the air. Daru leaves the building. He keeps his back to me as he leaves, not turning around even once. This might actually be really bad. When I look back into the room, Mayuri and Kurisu are both giving me less than jovial looks.
岡部、いくらなんでもそれはないわ。
まゆしも今のはちょっとひどいと思うのです。
違う。俺は誰のためを思ってだな。
What else can I say? No matter how you slice it, I look like the villain here. Shit. I'm not the one at fault here.
どうしよう。
Suzuha staggers towards me slowly. She's the reason all of this is happening, and yet she looks like someone who just found out the world was going to end.
バイト戦士。
まずいことになっちゃったよ。どうしよう。
おい。
このままだと私は。
All we can do is watch as Suzuha leaves the lab, her face completely pale.
すずさん、 どうしたのかな。
そう。
I don't remember what Dado's role at Kamimo was, so maybe we'll find out in this episode. She said something similar when she lost her cool earlier too. What's going on here? Either way, going by the way she broke down, this is a huge problem for her. Concerned, I decided to visit the Brown Tube workshop just before closing time. However...
帰った。
ああ、夕方前くらいか。どこかでサボってたかと思うと、戻ってくるなり早退だとよ。たく、最近の若えのは仕事ってのを舐めてやがる。おい、今度おめえからも一言言っといてくれ。
はあ。
The day ended before I could find out what happened to Suzuha. The next day, Suzuha's bike is nowhere to be found. Oh, Ferris. Parfait. We're trying out new parfait recipes at May Queen. Do you prefer avocado or durian? Yeah. Ooh. Avocado or durian parfait recipes? Both sound very unappetizing. Insert there. Which one would you guys pick? Of those two, I think maybe durian would probably make a better parfait flavor because it's sweet. Yeah. Yeah, see, Lime agrees with me. Durian smells better. Oh god. I know what durian is, Lime. My dad particularly likes durian. It's been a while though since I've had durian. Don't look at me when your entire cafe is filled with the stench of durians. It's funny. She didn't come to work. I wanted to ask her about what happened yesterday, but given her mental state, she probably decided to take the day off. I'll try emailing her later. The cicadas were like really loud there. Entering the lab, I met with an unexpected welcome. I prefer my parfait to remind me of walking in the bathroom after my dad's morning poop sessions. Okay. Durian does not smell that bad. It just has a very strong smell. But it tastes sweet. It's Dadu. It does? No, it doesn't. Although, okay, fine. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've had durian, so... I just remember, yeah, it smells incredibly strongly. It's not a particularly pleasant smell. So where's... Well, I can't taste sweet, so where's the benefit for me, huh? You can enjoy its strong stench. I don't know. Wait, can you smell, though, properly? You probably can't smell it properly, can you? Or is it just your taste that's affected, Lime? You can smell? That's so weird that you can't taste sweet, but you can smell stuff, clearly. Durian doesn't smell sweet. No, it doesn't smell sweet. I know that, but it doesn't smell like poop. Jesus. It doesn't smell like poop. But then wait, why did you pick durian then if you're all like, I can't taste the sweet? You might as well just have chosen avocado as a parfait flavor. But yeah, durian and avocado as a parfait. Durian stinky sucks. I assume that Lou probably gets a lot of access to durian. Is it like does it grow there? I'm assuming it probably grows there, doesn't it, Lou? Wait, pistachio is pretty good. It's not pistachio though. I've never really had pistachio though as a dessert flavor, like a sweet dessert flavor. But yeah, if I absolutely had to pick between durian and avocado, durian would probably be a better choice. You have durians here? Okay. Yeah, they wouldn't grow here. They wouldn't grow here very well. I thought avocado was pistachio for a second. What? I mean, I've had like real pistachios. Pistachios are like nutty, kind of, you know? Nutty, salty flavored. I don't know. I went to Bali. I had dragon fruit, not durian. Oh, okay. Have you ever had durian, Lime? You're aware of how it smells and stuff? Pistachio is good. You must have it as ice cream. Okay, next time I go to an ice cream place, I'll order pistachio. It's not my go-to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I experiment. I always want to order my go-tos. Yes, durian is quite popular for the classy desserts in Korea. My mom forced me to eat an imported durian, but the stench wasn't that strong. Oh, okay. I guess like when it's imported, it's not gonna be as, you know, potent. I mean, it should puke a little in my mouth. It's Daru. Considering what happened yesterday, I figured he wouldn't be dropping by today. That's nice, Lime. Impressively, that wasn't the only thing that caught me off guard.
昨日はひどいこと言って悪かったよ。
Daru-kun is saying sorry. For some reason, Daru's the one apologizing. I had assumed he didn't even want to talk to me. This is all happening so fast that it kind of feels unreal. Anticlimactic, even. However, Daru would then follow up his apology with yet another surprise.
いやー、考えてみればモテないオカリンが僕にジェラっちゃうのも仕方ない話だったんだよ。
Oh my god. This is like a, what do you call this? Like it's a underhanded like apology. Where you're like, you apologize, but then like it's more biting than it's supposed to be as an apology. It's more stinky uncut, like the whole fruit. Oh, really? I thought it was supposed to be more stinky when it's cut open. I don't know. Pistachio macaroons are yummy. I can't say I actually have had macaroons. I don't think I've ever really had macaroons, honestly. Second on that. Like passive aggressive? No, it's more like what Daru just did here. Like he said he apologized, and then he followed up the apology with something like this comment. Like, it totally makes sense for someone as unpopular for you to be jealous of a super cool guy like me. So it's not like, it's not even like a very sincere apology, you know? I can't stare at the screen when Daru is on the screen because his neck annoys me. I see he's a dick. He kind of is being a dick in this particular situation. Lol, does it rivals yours? Lol. Oh, because his neck annoys you. Okay. Wait, how did I read that wrong? Oh, because his neck. Okay, never mind. I'm clearly just mixed up right now. No, my neck is bigger than Daru's entire existence. Damn, that is a thick neck, man. You're bigger than Daru. Your neck is bigger than him. Wow, this apology is not very nice, is it? Care to get off that high horse? I couldn't care less about being popular with the ladies, but I still can't help but be annoyed hearing that from him, of all people.
でも大丈夫。オカリンにだってきっとそのうちオカリンのこと好きだって言ってくれるオニャの子が現れるって。
How dare.
まあその時が来たら遠慮なく僕に相談してくれてもいいんだぜ。
I can see his eyes victoriously watching me from behind his glasses. He's so deep into his own misunderstanding that there's no turning back. This is bad. I have got to do something fast.
なあ、ダルよ。
I open my mouth to speak, but end up stopping myself. Whatever I say to Daru is just going to lead to a repeat of yesterday's events. That'll just make this whole situation harder to deal with, not to mention, if Daru keeps going on down this path, eventually reality is going to come crashing down on him one way or the other. Daru would be in a bad place for a while, but I'm sure he'd bounce back. He'd be back to his old ways in no time, rambling about his favorite 2D wives. I just have to endure the whole farce until then. True, this definitely deals a blow to the lab's overall productivity, but it's for a fair compromise. It's certainly better than making him angry and things getting worse. And hell. Putting the organization aside, who knows? Things could still work out exactly the way Daru wants them to. Suzuha had said yesterday that she likes him. Sure, maybe not romantically, but there's always the chance of her feelings changing. After having put some thought into it, I feel more strongly than ever that I should just let things be. Though, to be honest, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to think about this anymore.
どうしたんオカリン？あ、もしかして早速僕に相談とか？
Oh my god. Have you heard things about RE Village? I'm surprised that you're asking about RE Village, considering that's a horror game, so why are you even curious about it? I thought you didn't like the horror genre. It's not horror. It totally is a... Well, I mean, it's part of the Resident Evil franchise, but other than that, I don't really know too much about it, aside from the fact that it plays... Someone has told me that it plays very similarly to RE7, and also part of the story is like a continuation of 7, so I imagine it'll just be a lot like 7. It has Hot Mama. It's got the big Tig Bitty cutie vampire lady. See, I don't know anything. I have not looked at anybody's like streams. I have not watched any trailers. I have not played the demo. Like nothing. I know nothing about it, and I'm not looking to like spoil anything on it. Eventually I will pick it up, and eventually I will play and stream it, but not right now. I'll leave that to all the other streamers who are on board the RE Village train there. And 3 gothic tricks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I haven't seen anyone play it. I just saw that Tig Bitty lady's a meme. Oh, okay. You don't want to watch anyone play it, or are you waiting for me to play it? Is that what you're doing? Because you want me to play it? I get it. I get it. It's cool. You can admit it. You can admit that you're waiting for me to play it. That's fine. It's horror. You just said it was not horror. You just said it's not horror. Why even ask about it if it's not horror? You played 7. Yes, I have. I've streamed 7. I've streamed what was it? I streamed a bunch of the RE games. Not like all of them, but I streamed a bunch of them. I keep meaning to like do the retro ones, but I streamed most of the modern RE games. But I do eventually want to do like the retro ones on older consoles. Okay, just ping me when Tig Bitty comes out though. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I imagine I have it in my head that it probably will play a lot like 7. So that's my expectation of that game. I could technically play the demo. Try the demo out. Do you guys want me to play the demo? Do you guys want me to play the demo? Well, is the demo fun? I guess it'd be kind of dumb to play the demo now that the game is out. That's pretty much it. Plays like 7. Lol. Okay. It's just like more of 7. I enjoyed the way 7 plays. Even though I don't care much for the story, because it just feels like they ham-fisted 7 into the RE line storyline. Demo takes 30 minutes, I think? Okay. I mean, at the very least, I guess I could just play the demo on my own, off stream. Or on Discord or something.
Yeah. なんでもない
まあいいや。
Here, maybe I'll play it
そういうわけ
tomorrow.
だから、
sometime on Discord.
しばらくの間は僕バイトの方が忙しくなるから、そこんとこよろしく。
Yoroshiku! Daru once again does his 2-finger salute before trotting out to seclude himself in the development room. I'll just leave Daru to his business. The bigger issue is... for this. I hear my cell phone ringtone go off, signifying that I got a new email. The sender is Suzuha. Sorry, I kinda need your advice on something. Can you come downstairs? That's right. The problem was Suzuha, not Daru. She was acting completely out of character yesterday. It's clear that something's going on. Yes, Suzuha might be a member of the organization. I'm sure some would think me a fool to even consider helping her. But she's also a lab member now. Did we just promise that we'd have each other's backs? I need to keep that promise. That's what a truly righteous person would do, and that is precisely the kind of man that I am. Furthermore, if I show her how kind and understanding I am, the part-time warrior will feel indebted to me. That would be very useful down the line. I'd have an overwhelming advantage against the organization! Wahaha! I read Suzuha's email once more. She wants me to come down, which means that she's probably at the Brown 2 workshop. I guess she got here right after I did. I do as told and walked down the stairs towards the workshop. There's a bicycle in front of the building that wasn't there earlier. Confirmation that Suzuha did come. Just to be careful, I peek into the store from the side. I know for a fact I haven't made a ruckus lately, but I still prefer to avoid Mr. Brown if possible. My eyes meet with Suzuha's. She stands up happily, rushes over to me, and grabs my arm. Actually, it's already a disaster in here. We've got the windows open now, but phew, durians are scary, nya. Lol. That's funny.
よかった来てくれたんだねさ入って入って
She's acting like this is her own house.
念のために聞くが、ミスター・ブラウンは
今はいないよだから早く
I like her cat-like smile. I let myself get dragged into the shop. The whole thing makes me feel like we're involved in some scandalous relationship. Oh, whoa. What you working at, punk? As the name suggests, the Brown 2 workshop is a bizarre shop filled with Brown 2 TVs. With society clamoring over the latest digital fads these days, I can't imagine there are too many places like this left.
あのさどうしたらいいと思う
She asked her question, no context whatsoever.
何をだ？
だから橋田至のことだよ橋田至がその私のこと好きとか
別にいいのではないか？
何言ってんの相手は橋田至だよいいわけないじゃん無理絶対ダメだって
I'm honestly starting to feel bad for Daru right now.
しかしお前、昨日までは誰が自分を好きになるなんてありえないとあれだけ言ってたではないか。
だって思わないじゃん普通
I feel like I'm missing something. I have no idea what she means by normally here.
とにかくコミマに行かないってのは問題だよ
はあ？それがそんなに大事なことなのか？
うん問題も問題それこそ命に関わるくらいの大問題
I'm even more confused than before.
私がいなくなればいいだけかもしんないけどでもこのまま放っておいて帰るわけにもいかないし
帰る？なんだお前、盆に実家にでも帰るのか？
そうじゃないよ元の時間に帰れないってこと
ああ、なんだそういうことか。
どうしよう
Wait, hold up. Hold up. She made this comment here. I can't just go back to my original
そうじゃ
time.
ないよ元の時間に帰れないってこと
And he doesn't actually bat an eye at this. So it makes me think like what she said in Japanese was kind of like normal. Or I don't know. Or maybe he never like zeroed in on this thing that she said about her original time.
ねどうしたらいいと思う
Because you think that that'd be kind of
そうだな。
confusing, at least in English.
ここはひとまず
Hmm? Wait. Oh, okay. Did she casually just drop something super crazy? Something about her original time?
ちょっと話を途中でやめないでよ
Oh, now he finally realizes.
今
Okay.
ここで私が頼りにできるのは岡部倫太郎しかいないんだからさ
その前に一つ聞いてもいいか？
何
元の時間とはどういうことだ？
どういうことってだから私が元いた時間ってことじゃん
One part of this is obvious.
だって岡部倫太郎知ってるんだよ
Oh,
ね
she's confused about the fact that he told
この
her
前
he
全
knew
部分か
everything.
ったって言ってたし
So she
知ってる
thought
とは何をだ？
she thought that he was referring to the fact that she's a time traveler.
だから私が未来から来た人間だって
Oh, she let it slip. What?
未来から来ただと？
The future. She means the future as in a time beyond the present, yet to come,
つま
right?
り何か？お前は未来人だとでも言うのか？
言うのかってあれ
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
岡部倫太郎知ってたんじゃないの知ってたからあの時ああ言ったんじゃ
She's from the future? This young lady in front of me is a time traveler?
本当か？お前本当に未来から来た人間なのか？
嘘その様子本当に知らなかったでも嘘 それじゃあどうしよう。私ったら自分から未来から来たってバラしちゃった。
Oh no. Suzuha's from the future. There was a character like this in an anime that Mayuri and Daru were really into a little while ago. It was actually pretty cool, but that's beside the point. I always figured it was just another one of those made-up stories. I never imagined that I'd hear a real person say the same thing.
失敗しちゃったよ。
Oh no. Poor Suzuha. The alleged time-traveling girl writhes in agony before my very eyes.
まさか岡部倫太郎が私の正体に気づいてなかったとは。全てお見通しだとか言うから私ってばてっきり知ってるもんだと思っちゃってたよ。
Oh no.
自分から言うと何かまずいことでもあるのか？
あるある、大あり。タイムトラベルするときは自ら未来の人間だって明かしちゃいけないことになってるんだ。
That makes sense. If humanity's gained the ability to time travel, there must be a whole lot of folks who travel back to the past. If there aren't, or if there weren't any, that would mean that regardless of our scientific advancements as a race, building a time machine is impossible. People have been saying that for years, in which case it makes sense for there to be a rule in place about revealing your identity. That being said...
さっきの話だと、一昨日の段階でお前は俺にバレたと思ったのだろう。それにしては、あの時随分とあっさりしていたじゃないか。
だってあれは自分でバラしたわけじゃないもん。
なんだそれは。自分からバラしたんじゃなければバレてもいいのか？
Oh my god.
いいってわけじゃないけど、でもその時はしょうがないじゃん。
I mean, yeah, what else could she do about it? It happens. I'm finding it hard to take all of this seriously.
それにあの時は相手が岡部倫太郎だったから。ってあれ？考えてみれば今回もバレたのって岡部倫太郎なんだからいいのかな。
待て、なんで俺だと構わないのだ？
だってそれはダメダメ、さすがにこれ以上は言っちゃダメ。
Oh no, no more spoilers. This is exceedingly suspicious. She's leaving out way too many details. Is he really from the future? This is all just one big ruse?
おい、
何？
お前本当に未来からやってきたのか？
それはここでこう言っちゃうのも問題なんだろうけど、今は協力してくれる人が欲しい。
She's agonizing now.
本当だよ。私は2036年からこの2010年にやってきた正真正銘の未来人だよ。
Hey, wait, hold on. 2036. That's only like, how many years from now? 15 more years? We only need to wait 15 more years to get to Suzuha's years. Wait, hold on. 2036, and then she's like 19. That means Suzuha is born already, right? That would imply she's been born already. Because if we assume like she's 18, I can't remember how old she is. She's 18, and 2036 is only like 15 years away from now. I'm mathing that right? Yes, 15 years. So that means that she might be a small child by now. She was born sometime now, or a couple years ago. Honest to goodness, eh?
では聞くが、未来からやってきたという証明はあるのか？
証明か。一応あるにはあるけど。
She starts fumbling for a bit before she pulls a pendant out of her collar and shows it to me.
なんだこれは。
だから身分証明。このペンダントトップがチップになってて身分証明になってるの。
Unfortunately, I have no way of verifying that.
他には一応 DNA 登録されてるから髪の毛とか調べてもらえばそれも証明になるんだけど。
That means nothing though in this time.
ジョン・タイターって知ってる？
知ってるも何も、それこそ未来からやってきたと言っている人間ではないか。
それ、私。
何？
この時代に来る前に一度2000年に飛んだんだけど、その時に私が語ったのがジョン・タイターなの。
Seriously? Even among enthusiasts, there are few who know of John Titor. That she knows his name at all means she's at least well read, but that also makes her look that much more suspicious.
待て。となると、未来がディストピアになっているというのは本当なのか？
あ？何それ？
そうか、知らないか。ということは、やはりお前は未来人ではないな。
なんでそうなるのさ。
なぜなら、以前にジョン・タイターがアットチャンネルに降臨した時、そんな話をしていたのだ。
John Titor was from 2036. What is this? John Titor, a self-proclaimed time traveler from 2036 who appeared on an American internet message board in November 2000. The internet went into an uproar, flooding the board with questions and debate. Titor posted pictures of his time machine and its control manual, as well as diagrams illustrating time machine mechanics. He also disclosed information on near-future events, time travel physics, history intervention, the multiverse, timelines, and world lines. And then, 4 months after his disappearance, he left a comment saying, "I will be leaving this world line shortly, and this will be my final post," and disappeared. Oops, was there any other tips I hadn't read? No. No. Wait, descent. A term used to describe when the subject of an at-channel thread makes an appearance in said thread. He spoke of a dystopia where there was no shred of privacy, a system of absolute control ruling over every aspect of human life.
それを知らないということは、お前はジョン・タイターではないということだ。つまりお前は未来人を語った単なるバイト選手ということになる。
そう言われてもな。私が2036年からやってきたっていうのは事実だしな。
そうは言っても、証明するものが何もないならどうしようもあるまい。
証明か。確かに自分が未来から来たってことを証明するのって結構大変かも。どうしよう。証拠。
Fabricating evidence isn't exactly easy when you're on the spot like this. And anyway, if she's still trying to trick me, there's no point in listening to any more of her nonsense. I should just end this and return to the lab.
証拠ね。証拠。
おい、話はそれだけだな。ならば俺はそろそろ。
そっか、あれがあるじゃん。ね、岡部倫太郎。
Suzuha's expression brightens and she turns to face me.
来て。
何？
To her time traveling machine?
証明してあげる。私が未来から来たってこと？ほら。
Before I can respond, Suzuha grabs my hand and starts running.
What?
Is it okay for her to leave the store empty like this? Achievement unlocked. Straying Arch. Arc?
こっち。
待て、もうちょっとゆっくり。
How much stamina is this girl packing? We've been running since we left the lab, but she's not even a little out of breath.
だらしないな。
俺は頭脳派なのだ。
マッドサイエンティストに体力は必要ない。
The daughter would already be dead if he was in my position.
しっかりしてよね。私が頼りにできるの岡部倫太郎だけなんだから。
Suzuha finally stops running and lets go of my hand. Any ordinary man would probably be delighted to hear these words, but I'm not so easily won over. To be honest, I'm too tired to care.
どこへ連れて行くつもりか知らんが、とにかくちょっとだけ休憩だ。
もうちょっとだけ我慢してよ。もうすぐだから。
何？ということはこの近くなのか？
This is the front of Akihabara Station. What kind of proof could she possibly have here?
近くっていうか、ほら、あそこ。
Suzuha points her finger straight ahead. She's pointing at Vatican? And they had to run up all the stairs too. Not only did I not get my break, but I'm being forced to climb stairs.
ほら、頑張れ。もう少しだから。
Apparently I've still got a ways to go, but up ahead is...
ここだよ。
The time traveling machine! I've seen this view before. That's right. It was the day I first met Kurisu. I saw the same thing, right here. Kurisu would then be stabbed shortly after, or at least that's what I thought. As luck would have it, she was still alive and kicking. In that world line, the strange artificial satellite had smashed into the side of the building. But this is odd. My email should have erased it from existence. And yet, here it is. Why is Suzuha showing this to me? I guess the answer is obvious. She wants to use it to prove that she's from the future. And if that's the case...
まさかこれは人工衛星ではなくタイムマシンか。
正解。さすが察しがいいね。というわけでここまで見せたんだから私に力を貸してよね、オカリンおじさん。
Did she just call me uncle?
ちょっと待って、誰がおじさんだ。俺とお前ではほとんど年齢は変わらんだろう。
確かに2010年だと同い年かも。でも私にとっては岡部倫太郎って言えばどうしてもオカリンおじさんなんだよね。
She said she's from the year 2036. That's about 26 years from now. If she came from that far into the future and she's calling me uncle, then she...
もしかしてお前未来での俺たちのことを知っているのか。
うん、知ってるよ。だって私の本名は橋田鈴葉だからね。
橋田
鈴葉。
橋田Suzuha. Hashida.
お前まさか誰の
The surprise.
私の父さんは橋田至。オカリンおじさんの右腕の橋田至だよ。とまあ、私の話はこんな感じ。どう？信じてくれた？
After listening to Suzuha's explanation, I could barely make weird noises, never mind nod my head.
つまり2036年にはタイムマシンが開発されてはいるのだが、知られているのはごく一部の間にだけ。
そういうこと。
しかしなぜそのごくわずかな人間にしか知られていないタイムマシンをお前が使えるのだ。
それはもうコネとかいろいろあるんだよ。いろいろ。
Where? What baloney? Wait, what did she say? Connections here and there. What baloney? Sublime. No matter how many connections she has, nobody would let a young woman like her use a time machine.
ごめんね。本当は詳しいことをいろいろと話したいんだけど、話しちゃうとまずいことになるんだよね。
Probably.
そりゃそうだろうな。仮にお前の言うことが本当なら、今の時点で十分にまずいことになってると思うぞ。
だよね。
She agrees, but she wears a thoughtless smile on her face. It's not even clear if she realizes what she's done or not.
それでこのタイムマシンを詳しく見せてもらうわけにはいかんのか。
それもごめん。私たちの時代の技術を過去に持ってくのは禁止されてるんだ。
Okay, that makes plenty of sense. Although I suppose what I think doesn't really matter. I take a moment to go over Suzuha's story. These are a few key points of interest. Suzuha comes from the year 2036. Her father is Hashida Itaru, aka Daru. She's currently a member of some organization and has their permission to use said time machine. She came here to obtain a relic of this era. Apparently, it's something that can't be obtained 26 years from now.
この時代にしかない遺産とは何だ。
例えば5インチフロッピーとか MO とかそういうものを未来で動かせるマシンってほとんど残ってないんだよね。
What is
で
up,
も中には
Micronesian?
重
How you
要
doing,
なデ
man?
ータが残ってたりもするわけ。
You're here, kind of late.
そういうものを過去に戻って採集してくるのが
How you
私た
doing?
ちの役目なんだ。
Magneto-optical and 5-inch floppy disks? Those forms of physical media are already considered relics in this time period, and they're not the only ones. Things like VCRs, cassette tapes, and digital audio tapes aren't going to be around much longer either. I guess if you wanted to analyze that kind of media, it'd probably be easier to just come to the past and get what you need, rather than try and find stuff that still works in the future.
まあもちろんそれだけじゃないんだけどね。他はいろいろ禁則事項だから勘弁してもらうとして。どう？分かってくれた？
You guys are up late.
まあ疑問はいろいろと残っているが、
Or maybe it's a
100歩
different
譲って
time.
そこは納得したことにしよう。
Maybe it's a different time for you guys.
問題はだ。なぜその未来から来たお
You
前
actually
が
woke up recently?
わざわざ
Okay.
ブラウン管工房なんぞとい
And
う
good night,
妙なと
Retro.
ころでバイトを始めて、
Thanks for
さらには
lurking.
俺たちと接触す
Appreciate
ることに
it.
なったのか。
It's morning.
ということだ。
Oh, okay. I forgot whereabouts are you from, Dragruff? What time is it? It is... If it's morning... Oh. I mean, potentially Germany? Potentially Germany? Well, yeah, it technically is morning here too, but it's like super ridiculously early morning. Close. Oh, okay. So you're close to Germany. Oh, that's interesting. See, actually, I don't know if I ever asked where you were from. Or have I? I'm sorry if I forgot. Hold on. Why go through all the trouble making contact with us?
それには深いわけがあるんだな。
Ah, Hawaii. So it's... Wait. How is it 10:27 p.m. there in Hawaii? Really? That's crazy. That's like 1, 2... Wait, is it 10:27 on Friday? 10:27 p.m. on a Friday? Or are you still on like Thursday? Trying to wrap my head around this. I'm assuming Friday. Wait, 10:27 p.m. This is like 6:30 p.m. in Australia, but I know that Australia is ahead, so they'd be like Friday evening. Still in Thursday. Oh wow. See, I rarely ever meet people whose time zone. I did not know that Hawaii's time zone was like considerably way before the PST Pacific. Interesting. That's like 4 hours. 4 hours before Pacific Standard Time. Such a big time difference. Considering she was willing to put her mission on the line, there must be something incredibly important.
それが実はね、お金
That's cool that you're from Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. I've always wanted to though. Wait, cause she's broke?
なんだと。
だからね、1975年からずっとリストアップされたものを買って回ってたんだけど、最後の2010年の段階になって持ってたお金落としちゃってさ。
What?
そんで仕方なく、いや参っちゃうよね。
Oh no. This girl. She's a complete idiot.
あれ？どうしたの？オカリンおじさん。もしかしてここまで走ってきたせいで疲れちゃった？
違う。呆れているだけだ。そもそも金がなくなったなら未来へ帰ればいいだろ。
それはそうなんだけどさ、そうしたらさすがに怒られるじゃない？
She deserves more than a scolding for the trouble she's caused.
なんてね。今のも理由の一つではあるんだけど、本当はもう一つ別に大きな理由があってさ。
Another big reason? She could have just said that from the start. Suzuha's expression grows serious. There's no two ways about it. Whatever she's about to say, it's a big deal. I'm gonna consciously adjust my posture.
で、その理由とは
You
何
sure
だ？
one day is worth a visit at least once? Yeah, one of these
そ
days.
れはね、
Definitely. My bucket list. Suzuha leans in close and whispers to me. I naturally start whispering too.
それは
父さんと母さんの出会いをこの目で見てみたかったんだ。
Oh my god.
アホか。
We're right back to where we started.
めちゃくちゃ個人的な理由ではないか。そんな理由で数日間過去にとどまるなんてことが許されるわけがなかろう。
許されるもん。
何？
オカリンおじさんは知らないからそんな風に言えるんだよ。さっきは軽く言っちゃったけど、今私がやってるような仕事に就くのって本当はすっごく大変なんだよ。コネとか運とかそんなのだけでなれる職業じゃないんだよ。だから私たちにはそのご褒美として好きな時代に一定期間だけ滞在することが特例として認められてるの。で、私は子供の頃母親から何度もしつこいくらいに聞かされてた父親とのドラマチックな出会いっていうのを一目見てみたいと思ってここに滞在してたってわけ。
Oh, okay. I'm starting to realize why she was upset about Daru saying that he's not gonna go to Kamima anymore, because now I remember Daru runs into his future waifu at Kamima. Yeah, because she's a cosplayer, that's why. So that's why that's why she was all like
話で信じがたいな。
super, she was all like, oh my god, I can't believe I broke up that, or she pretty much threw off that potential meeting because she made Dado feel like she was into him when she's not. Any normal person would think she was off her rockers after hearing a story like that. Hell, that's what I was thinking up until a few moments ago, but no matter how unbelievable her story is, the simple reality is that there is a time machine right here before my very eyes. But how do you know that this machine is a time machine if she doesn't demonstrate how it works? Like, she could probably like point to some giant machine thing and say, that's a time machine. You don't even, we don't know. I've been carefully looking it over, even touching it. Something like this couldn't be built in a matter of days, not even out of paper mache.
そうは言っても本当なんだからしょうがないじゃん。
Well, maybe that's
だ
what
いたい事実っ
made
て
him
のは
believe
そん
in
な
it.
ものだよ。そりゃ本当ならここでオカリンおじさんをこの子に乗せてどこか別の時代にでも行けばいいんだろうけどさ。だから私がオカリンおじさんに言えるのは信じてってお願いすることだけなんだよね。
Suzuha quietly begs me, her hands held together in front of her face.
ねえお願い私のことを信じて。
ふむ。
ダメやっぱり信じてもらえない。
問題はだ。
うんうん。
例えば100歩譲ってお前が未来からやってきたということを信じたとする。
信じてくれるの？だったら協力してくれる？
Suzuha suddenly bends forward towards me. I reflexively pull back.
待て、慌てるな。話は途中だ。いいか、100歩譲ってだ。そこの部分は信じたとしよう。しかし俺にはどうしても信じられんことがある。それはお前がダルの娘だということ。
That's the most ridiculous part of all this. No matter how hard I rack my brain, that bit seems more unbelievable than even her time travel story.
なんで？確かに見た目はあんまり似てないけど、そんな疑われるようなことかな。
I mean, she does look more
で
like
は
her
聞かせても
mom.
らうが、お前にも母親がいるのだろう。出会いを見に来たというからには、まさか木の股から生まれてきたというわけではあるまい。
当たり前じゃん。元の時代に戻ったらちゃんと母さんだっているよ。
そこが信じられんのだ。あのダルがだぞ。結婚するなどということがそもそも考えられんことなのだ。
ひどいな。友達でしょ。普通そこまで言う？
No.
友達だからこそ言うのだ。
True, Dado and I haven't known each other for all that long, but while our time together has been short, I'd like to think that I understand him. Which is why I must repeat myself. Dado got married and had a kid? Impossible!
やはりどう考えても信じられん。そもそもお前の名前からしておかしいじゃないか。ダルの娘ならばなぜ橋田ではないのだ。
だから本名は橋田だって言ったじゃん。さすがに同じ名字で接触するわけにはいかないでしょ。だから天音は母親の旧姓。
Ah. I once again peer at the so-called time machine. No matter how many times I try to piece it all together in my head, it all seems impossible. That said, there's no reason for her to lie about any of this. She has nothing to gain.
どう？私の話信じてくれる？
そうだな。
We're just gonna keep going in circles at this rate, so let's just go with that for now.
やったよかったやっと信じてもらえた。
Suzuha stretches out with all her might, as though a huge burden has been lifted from her shoulders. Her slender silhouette stands out against the blue sky. If she's really Dado's daughter, she must mainly take after her mother.
なんかほっとしたらお腹空いちゃったな。ねえ、せっかくだから何か食べに行かない？
おい待て。
何？あ、別におごってくれだなんて言わないから安心してよ。
そうではない。お前何か忘れてはいないか？
何か？なんだろ
う。お前は俺に何か協力して欲しかったんじゃないのか？
She's quite the scatterbrain.
そうだった。ね、助けて、オカリンおじさん。このままじゃ、私。
分かっている。もう大方の想像はついている。要するに、ダルの目を覚ましてくれと言いたいのだろう。
嘘！なんでわかったの？
そんなもの、今までの話を総合すれば大体わかる。
The reason she didn't think Daru could ever fall in love with her is because she's his daughter. But naturally, Daru has no idea that's the case. Suzuha just wanted to show affection to her father, but her actions ended up creating a huge misunderstanding. The one suffering the most here is Suzuha. Having your own flesh and blood father fall in love with you doesn't strike me as something you can just get over. But hell, if that was the only problem here, this'd be a cakewalk. Unfortunately, it's not. Okari Oji-san? Is that what she says? Okari Oji-san? Okari Oji-san. No, Okarin. Okarin. She goes with Okarin because that's what Mayuri calls him. So she's probably taken that nickname, Okarin Oji-san. No, you're missing the N. Okarin. Because his name is actually Okabe. Nintaro Okabe. Okarin is a nickname from Suzuha. Oh, sorry, not Suzuha. Mayuri. And since Suzuha should know Mayuri as well in the future, she takes on that nickname. Yeah, Oji-san. Oji-san is a uncle or old man. This whole ordeal might result in her not ever being born at all. Suzuha won't ever truly be able to rest easy until she knows that Daru snaps back to normal. Old man Okarin was uncle here in this case, but still.
特に気にする必要はないんじゃないのか？
そんな冷たいこと言わないでしょ。
別に冷たいことを言っているのではない。お前が未来に帰ってしまえば全て済む話なのではないか？
If Suzuha went home, she'd no longer exist in the present. So no matter how much Daru wanted to see her, it'd be impossible. She wouldn't even be born yet. The only reason she's fallen so hard for Suzuha is because she hugged him. He used to be all about Ferris up until then. Given a little time, I'm certain he'd move on.
まあその場合、両親の馴れ初めを自分の目で見るという目的は達成されなくなってしまうが、背に腹は変えられんだろ
う。ところが、困ったことにそうもいかないんだよね。
なぜだ？お前さえ未来に帰れば、いずれ誰はお前のことを忘れ、やがて出会うであろう母親と出会い、結婚して子供を設ける。何も問題ないではないか。
それがさ、実はね、うちの父さんと母さんが出会った人場所っていうのが特殊なところでね。
特殊なところ？
コミマなんだよね。それも2010年夏の。
Komima in the summer of 2010? That's...
もう1週間もないではないか。
Oh.
そうなんだよ。だから困ってるんだってば。
Komataro. This is one hell of a pinch. Even if Suzuha vanished right this moment, Daru would still need more than a few days to get over her. We've all seen how serious about this he is. If we don't tread carefully, it's entirely possible that he'll do more than just miss Komima as he tries to deal with his broken heart. It'll be one thing if we knew for a fact that Daru would still go to the event, but since we don't, Suzuha can't afford to not be here. No. Wait a minute.
何？父さんと母さんを出会わせる何かいいアイデアでも思いついた？
She could offer to go to Komima with him.
そうではない。ジョン・タイターの話だと、世界はアトラクタフィールドによって成り立っているのではなかったか？
Basically, even if one were to go back in time and do something differently, the world lines would recorrect and arrive at the same converging point, no matter what. In other words, even if Daru and Suzuha's future mother don't meet now, the two will eventually meet, marry, and give birth to her. That's their fate. Problem solved, right?
確かにそうかもしれないけど、それもやっぱり 100% そうなるって確証があるわけじゃないじゃん。そんな確実性のない可能性に自分の生死をかけるのはちょっ
Her
と
life to
さ。
chance. I can understand that. Even a well-established theory about something can't be proven correct until it actually happens in reality, and in this case, being wrong could prove fatal.
ね、そういうことだから、オカリンおじさんには私の父さんと母さんが無事に出会えるよう協力してほしいの。
This is gonna be a serious pain, but with Daru's future on the line, I can't just say no. also.
要はダルの目を覚まさせ、お前の母親とコミまで出会えるように仕向ければいいのだな。
協力してくれるの？
Suzuha is much more careless than I initially thought. I might be able to get her to spill some more detailed information about the time machine while we work together. I can't let this chance pass me by.
よかろう。親友であるダルとその娘のためだ。この俺の頭脳をお前に貸してやる。本当だ。
やった！
She suddenly hugs me.
待て、ただし一つだけ条件がある。
何でも言って。オカリンおじさんが力を貸してくれるなら、私何でもするから。
それだ。今すぐそれをやめてもらおう。
それって？
だから俺のことをおじさんと呼ぶその行為だ。
ああ、そっか。もともと私の中ではオカリンおじさんだからつい。ね、ごめん。
それから
まだあるの？
そのつもりだったが、たった今もう一つ増えたのだ。
増えた？
今すぐ離れろ。すぐにだ。まったくそれが誰の誤解を招いたということがまだ分かってないようだな。
いや、面目ない。嬉しくてつい。
Huh. She might not be as thin as she looks.
それじゃあ改めてよろしくお願いします。オカリンおじじゃなくて岡部倫太郎。
よし、分かった。ではこれよりオペレーションシェブンを発
Shivan?
動する。
The name of the goddess that appears in Norse mythology. She is said to direct people's minds to love, both men and women. Little else is known about her.
ってなんかよくわかんないけど。
And so began our grand plan to play Cupid for Daru and Suzuha's mother. I never thought the day would come when I'd be playing Cupid for someone, and on top of that...
不覚にも自分に恋してしまった親が本来結ばれるべき相手とうまくいくよう奔走するか。
何どうしたの？
いや、なんでもない。ただそんな内容の映画があったなと思ってな。
What movie is this? Back to the Future? The next day, Suzuha and I meet up in front of the Brown Tube Workshop.
それではここに第94回
I guess it's Back to the
を行
Future.
う。
The plot to that. Granted, there's not much of a conference considering it's just the two of us. There's not much we can do about that, at least not without letting the others in on Suzuha's secret. Daru still hasn't come to the lab, and we've already made sure that Mr. Brown isn't at his door.
さて、今日の議題は当然オペレーションシェブンについてであるが、
Shevin?
バイト選手よ、まずはいくつか確認しておきたい。
さ、その前にいいかな、岡部倫太郎。
なんだ？
私もオカリンおじさんって呼び方やめたんだから、岡部倫太郎も私のことバイト戦士って呼ぶのやめてくんない？
ふむ。
What does she want from me? Part-time warrior is a part-time warrior. Whatever, there's no point to arguing over this. We don't have much time left after all.
わかった。では鈴葉よ。
はーい。
まず最初にお前の母親について聞いておきたい。母親の名は何という？
母さんの名前はユキ。橋田ユキだよ。だけどこの時代はまだ結婚してないから天音ユキだね。
Amane Yuki, huh? The name doesn't ring any bells. Though, I guess that makes sense. If I actually knew her, I would have realized it's the moment Suzuha told me her name. Plus, Yuki still hasn't even met Daru yet.
それで、その天音ユキはコミまでダルと出会ったのだな。
うん。出会ってすぐ意気投合したんだって。
ということは、お前の母親もダルと同じくオタクだということか？
まあそういうことになるのかな。二人ともアニメとか未だに好きだし。
Of all the people to have chemistry with, she must be an absurdly hardcore otaku considering she met Daru at Komima.
他に何か情報はないのか？
情報か。そうだ。そうだ。確か昔コスプレしてたって言ってたっけ？
レイヤーか。
Leia?
あと父さんと初めて会った時に言われたセリフがあったんだ。
それはなんだ？
萌え萌えキュン。
Moe moe kyung?
ね。
She has to be messing with me.
おい。俺は真面目に聞いてるんだぞ。ちゃんと答えろ。
萌え萌え
バカにしているのか。
Moe moe kyung?
さてはやはりお前。
違う違う、そうじゃなくて、これが父さんが母さんに初めて会った時の言葉。萌え萌えキュン、結婚してくれーって。
Okay. I meant to stop at the scene when it changed from when they were talking at Radican. So I'm gonna stop here because it's getting late and I should be getting to bed. So yeah, we'll stop here. If I'm feeling awake enough tomorrow morning, then maybe I'll continue some more in the morning. Otherwise it'll probably just be Freaky Friday is normal. And we were playing through, what were we playing through? Oh yeah, was it Remothered Broken Porcelain? Aw, okay, thank you for the stream. Yeah, it was kind of late when you stepped in, but that's okay. It's always the bad. Did I pause this? Or did I save this? I did. Okay. Let's quit. Hexagram. Where? And wait, I thought I had the window open for the soundtrack. Let's go with this one. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Lou, for always being here. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can find someone to raid though. Is anyone up? Is there anyone not playing Resident Evil Village? Lol. I wonder if there's anyone playing Steins Gate. I'm the only person playing Steins Gate. My darling's embrace. What about the other Steins Gate games? Oops. Steins Gate. There's no one live right now. Maybe? I should know. It's probably hard to find someone playing this visual novel. What about... I doubt anyone's playing this one. I don't really feel like rating anyone who's on my list. Sorry. There's nobody playing any visual novels that's kind of related. How about Robotic Nose? Robotic Nose is kind of new. Robotic Notes? Robotic Notes. Oh no, it ended. The song ended before I was able to find someone to raid. Nobody's playing any or streaming any of these games at this hour. They're pretty obscure. Anyways, we'll just end it here. Sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out in today's stream. Sorry for botching up the beginning, but at least we unlocked Mayuri's ending, so that'll be ready for when we do play it. Or we get around to it. Which will be last. That'll be the last route. So we're currently working on Suzuha's route, and then the next one will be Lukaku's, and then Mayuri's will be the last one. But yeah, have a good night, guys, or a great rest of your day wherever you guys are in the world, and I will see you guys in the next stream, which may or may not be tomorrow morning or night. But see you guys. Bye!